What is up, my dogs? It's your boy, Mike Mason, here for another fireside chat. Man, we have an amazing show tonight with like a really cool decorative technique, fun beer bottle sculpting. We'll have a beer bottle off, man. We got a couple of homies making those tonight. Let me get my crew here introduced for the night. My lovely co-host Carrie Strope here. Well, these are the
Oh,
boys,
that's
but
not
yeah,
Carrie.
it is. Carrie, you've changed. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Tell them a little about yourself. What are you wearing there?
Oh, yes. I'm wearing an original piece. It has a Mike Mason eye cane that I lensed on it and then glued together and put some beads around it. You could see the
Yeah.
footage on my channel. Um, but yeah, I that's what I've been working on this week because somebody else has been working on something too. So
Yeah. Carrie's been getting quite good at lensing and flame striking. Okay. All right. Let us introduce the guests of honor here. You're gonna see both of these guys doing some flame working tonight, and these homies are people I feel lucky to call my friends. And they put on an amazing event called Melt, and they're both, absolutely awesome flame workers. If you guys want to take a moment, introduce yourselves, tell them where they can find your work and shit.
All right. My name's Kevin Beecher. You can find me on Instagram at Kevin Beecher Glass. And yeah.
And I'm Josh Mazet. You can find me on Facebook, Josh Mazet, Mazet, or on Instagram at Cone12Flat.
Hell
Or
yeah.
you can find us on at
East Coast Melt.
Oh, yeah.
Very good. Hell yeah. Now, you are the inventor of the Terp Pearl. Is that correct? That's my understanding, Josh.
That is true. I don't need to say it. The historical documents speak for themselves.
Okay, I got you. All right. I just, had to touch upon that in these sensitive times. Yeah, hell yeah. All right. Well, guys, I did want to let y'all know after the demo, I've got a cool one actually. Carrie dropped this fresh hat on me. It's by Skunk Bags, I believe.
yes, it
Because
is.
everything else stinks. So
Mm-hmm,
I got
mm-hmm.
one of these to give away, so you can be looking fresh like your boy. Yeah. Got some sticker packs coming up. I still haven't gotten some of those packs from like last week or whatever out. Sorry, they're coming. They're coming. All right. Anyways, let's pop this bad boy off and watch some glass get melted. Like I said, we're gonna see a really cool decorative technique that is. It's like it looks like fiber optics or whatever, and then you hit it with the fume, and it just looks incredible. These companies that we're gonna take just a minute to acknowledge, they help me get to all of these shows and take all of the time to edit this footage right, and to really give our industry this type of comprehensive coverage that I really believe it deserves. So like I said, just a moment. These cats are all pitching in a bit every month, and it simply makes it possible to get over the financial wall involved and, getting to all of these shows and taking the time away from my own work, frankly. I melt glass too, or I used to. No, but, it's really
Nice.
what it is. If I take 3 days to edit a demo, it's like, how am I supposed to feed my families? Or whatever. Anyways, all of these companies and some of you guys pitching in are making it possible to do this, without it being some kind of charity case or whatever, to really, like I said, give us this ESPN level of coverage, and that they've made it possible, you've made it possible. So I just want to take a moment to shout them out. Now, this is an event that we're going to see tonight, the Functional Art Movement, aka FAM, in beautiful Madison, Wisconsin, which is like a city on the water. It's incredibly gorgeous. Here I made a little time lapse from the roof where this thing is held. It was held at a beautiful kind of waterside terrace.
Yeah, it's Monona Terrace. It's a building that was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright.
Yeah, I mean you don't get much more street cred than that when it comes to architecture or whatever. And man, it just, like I said, a gorgeous city by the bay or whatever you want, city by the lake or whatever. And
Yeah. It was definitely
So
a really cool
walkable.
spot. Like I said, the
Yeah.
building was awesome.
yeah,
Really cool.
it's
The
gorgeous.
restaurants around it, phenomenal.
The restaurants, this is like a food town. Every restaurant was absolutely amazing. Had some of the best ramen of my life there. I mean, curds on deck everywhere. It's and everybody was so kind. The freaking fam party was amazing. I see the homie Caleb in the chat took us by the shop where he works. Man, Ignite. Everybody was just so kind, and this is just a beautiful place. A great place for them to host this. I believe like Glassroots used to be here, and then they like relocated to Asheville, or so they were like peace. And the fam show kind of stepped up to give the Midwest this type of trade show. And and then they had the flame off that we're about to see. It was the Combustion For A Cause competition. And the homies were doing this to all raise money for the local, I believe it was like the Humane Society or whatever, or like that type of organization.
It was the Humane Society, something local for that.
Yeah. Just wanted to make sure. It's been a minute. Just gotta remember. But like, it was Pause for a Cause, Mike.
And technically it was called Melt with the Fam. It was a co-sponsored Melt and Fam type of project, I think.
Was it really?
Cool.
They called it Melt with the Fam.
There could have. I do remember there was like a thing like that. Yeah, there should have been like a bigger. You needed the Melt neon sign.
Yeah, I was like, "What's Combustion For A Cause?" I have never heard of that. But I think that's a great name.
It's alliteration.
You guys make banners, man. You gotta make a bigger banner.
Yeah. Okay, I think that's what they called it, but
really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I didn't just completely make that up, but who knows? Maybe I did. Okay, so all right, the homie, you're working on this like a goblet stem, right?
No. Yeah, I'm actually not sure where we're at.
This is from the competition.
Yeah.
This isn't goblet stem.
Well, it might be.
No, it is. It is. It's for a goblet.
Yeah.
It is? This is like a fiber.
No. Well, yeah, it is, because I'm starting to make the stem, so I'll shape the stem first. Then I wrapped my glass around it. I had already finished my piece, because I had my piece, 90% finished when I showed up. All I had to do was add these humongous marbles to it. And so I actually had some time left after the competition. So I started making a stem. Yeah. I'm just punnying up, and I'm going to stretch out the stem. So, yeah.
So we're just doing some solid shaping here.
Yeah, I'm just putting a handle on there, so then I'll get it real hot, and then I usually, if I'm making like my stemware, I'll stretch out the stem from a bigger piece just to make a nice solid stem.
Okay.
Yeah, so it'll heat up, and we'll stretch it out and let it cool, and then I'll do the other end, and I'll try to get like a little ball in the center. That's what I'll wrap around with the clear.
Yeah, that's a cool technique. Did you come up with that, or is this something that you learned along the way? Or
I've been doing it honestly probably. I mean, it's almost kind of like wrapping raking for the most part. You're wrapping your glass around something, but I would just build it up kind of like a webbing, like a net. And I've been doing it probably for 18 years. It's been one of my staples. This is one of my main staples, is a goblet that I've been doing my entire career.
Wow, no shit. Okay, I did not know it had such a pedigree. This technique is like graduated high school. What the hell?
Yeah, like I said, as long as I'm blowing glass. What this coming? I turned 20 or 44 friggin' Saturday. So
happy birthday!
Yeah, I've been blowing glass for 22 years.
Nice. Wow. Yeah.
It's not. So yeah, that's just the bottom. That's the bottom part for the stem, and then I'll heat up the other top part, and then I'll leave me like a nice solid core. Now, back in the day, I used to actually build this core up with that. I just wrap and build it up. And now I just kind of make a bigger body, so you don't have to wrap it so much.
I gotcha. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah,
you were like, wait a minute, you don't see 2/3 of this.
It just makes your stem. I always find, like, he was asking if I always use that bigger rod. And I was just like, usually I'll use like a larger rod like that, because you start off and it's easier to take away than it is to add it, so I can stretch it down and it makes a really nice solid stem.
I gotcha. That makes a lot of sense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the homie in the
Yeah,
chat
take a
says shout
second
out
to
to
stretch
Ross.
this out.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. What were you saying, Kevin?
Oh, go ahead. Oh, nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing important.
Okay, cool. Just a timing thing, man.
Yeah.
I never mean to speak over anybody on our show. I was saying in the chat, the homie said shout out to Ross, the OG. Yeah, man, he's the homie, man, the owner of ABR, and homie who made this happen. And now this show is like, I don't know exactly what the official deal is, so maybe I should just shut up about it. But it's like associated with Champs, they mentioned it publicly in Torch Talk group yesterday, so I'm not like revealing anything. They said that they're going to do like a virtual fam show. So
No.
like, I don't know what the details are yet, and you know we don't got to discuss it yet. But I wanted to mention that. I was like, yeah, I think there might be some kind of virtual trade show coming up just for American smokeware. Anyways. Here you're doing this technique where you're building this core up, and you said it's a lot like that wrap and rake, but to me it's like...
kind of wrapping and raking. I mean, instead of raking it, you're just wrapping.
It's just
exactly,
wrapping.
yeah, just all wrap. It's like fiber.
Just wrap and wrap.
Yeah.
I'll usually do it multiple times, so I'll
Wrapping
put the
and
initial
wrapping.
coat on, then I usually paddle it down and kind of squat it.
It's the old wrap and paddle.
Yeah, wrap and paddle, basically. Yeah, you're right.
Mike, did you take part in that Champs virtual show at all, or do you have any feedback from that?
Well, that hasn't happened, and apparently they pushed it back a few weeks. So I don't know what the deal is. I mean, to me it's very speculative. Nobody's done anything like this. I wish them the best and like salute them for, like seizing the moment and trying to do something like that. I don't know how it's gonna go. I'm just with you, man. I'm super interested to hear feedback. The platform is interesting. It's a little it kind of looks like The Sims back in the day, and that to me that's good though. If it were all super fancy, like the odds of it crashing would be, this thing looks like it's gonna be stable as hell. They figured this out 10 years ago, kind of thing. Huh. And yeah, I don't know. It's interesting to me. I feel like they have such a great network of buyers that, I mean, I feel like every shop may well be like, they find the nerdiest employee they have and be like, yo, this is happening. I need you to be in there that day and line us up the deals. I don't know. It's all very speculative to me. So,
yeah. Oh, I for some reason thought it had happened already, but
okay.
If it hasn't happened, yeah, I thought it looked like kind of like a glass blowing trade show, World of Warcraft. We're just gonna be a bunch of people as elves and trolls walking around.
Yeah, no, I think it wasn't gonna be open to the public. I think it was just gonna be like registered buyers and then like your people with a virtual booth, And the booths look pretty cool. They're all 3D and it looks neat.
And the price points didn't seem too far off of what an actual event would be.
That is accurate. I was a little, I mean, I don't want to, I don't buy booze at these shows. I'm there to film the flame offs and stuff. So like, I don't really have that perspective, but it did seem, I was like, damn, man, the homies are charging about what they charge for the real thing. And it shows a lot of confidence in this notion that they'll be able to get these buyers in there,
Room with that too, so.
That's what I thought too. I thought it actually showed a lot of confidence for something that had never happened before. And
yeah, you got some chutzpah there, or whatever. That's exactly what it is. But I mean, Champs, they got the buyers, baby. So I'm hoping that they get enough of them in there, and they're doing their part, man. Like they're doing free demos for all the buyers and such, so they have the opportunity to check out the virtual platform.
Like there'll be glass blowers that are doing demos that you can watch online.
No, I don't think there's gonna be much of like a games thing, if anything. Like if they ask me, like I'll do something, but I don't think it's quite set up to have like a part where they're like strolling by the virtual glass games. I'm definitely gonna try and coordinate with the Dank Champs episode though. I've got a lot of Champs footage and Not to get too far from this demo though. So you've done wrapping this, man.
I know.
You cooked it in enough so that it's still happy, but still has that look. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. When I paddle it in, I don't really push too much. I kind of just get the shape so it's more of a rounded shape.
Okay.
You don't have a bunch of pieces that'll break off. Everything's
Sure.
kind of touching, but there is definitely pieces that aren't like, melted in completely. But
Mhm.
you definitely want to bake it in pretty good, make sure it's all happy.
Okay, I got you. Now you're
then
hitting
now
it
I'm
with this
fuming it with
fume,
gold.
and yeah, that just sets that shit off, man. It accentuates what definition is left. I think really is kind of what's cool about this.
Well, it kind of gets in all the little nooks and crannies, and the more gold you put on it, you can silver. Silver looks okay, but gold looks the best.
Yeah, totally. Hell yeah.
And like I said, I've made literally hundreds and hundreds of these goblets over the years. I mean, it's been one of my main staples in goblets.
No shit.
That I've made.
Man, now there's gonna be some homies there's Dave Martin in the back. Huge shout outs to Dave, man. He is the fucking homie. I really hope that he makes it that I hope that we're able to do Melt this year and that he's able to join us because he's the fucking best. And speaking of, now here you're gonna make a foot. I'm sorry. Yeah, like Dave's the man.
Dave is committed to coming to Melt this year. Just so you know, he's coming.
He's coming. You have to self-isolate afterwards.
Regardless.
Yeah. Now, speaking of Melt, as long as I've got you guys, I understand that you're gonna make the final decision maybe next month. Is that right?
So yeah, we're hoping to wait until towards the end of June before we really pull the plug or how we're gonna do it because everything going on in the world. We don't know if it's going to be safe or not to do it. We were kind of gauging everything off if they're going to have like the schools opening up. If the schools open up, we figure we're safe enough to have Melt. So we were talking tonight about, maybe putting out a post and sending out messages to everybody that comes and being like, hey, if we do this, are you still going to come? We don't know how people are going to take it or if they're going to want to come. So It's kind of up in the air still.
I gotcha.
We've had a lot of people in chat that have been really excited.
Yeah, I think our crowd is ready to come, man. They're ready to die for this. So.
Well, like I said, we haven't. It's kind of slacked off over a couple, weeks just for the fact that nobody knows what's up and going on. Everything's up in the air. So we haven't officially canceled it, and we just don't know yet. Like I said, we'll give it another couple weeks and see how the world's going.
Word. I think that's fair, man. Yeah, no.
In 2 weeks, we'll take the temperature of the world and see if we should continue. Yeah.
No. But no, I think that's just the right answer. It's definitely too soon to say.
We've talked about even trying to get tests, and have like the rapid test at the door when people show up. They all get the test.
Totally, man. Yeah, I've got one of those temperature guns. They're only like $30 on Amazon, so we could definitely him. Yeah.
Front gate, we could have our medic at the front gate just administering the test.
Yep. Now here, man, you're pushing. You're kind of blowing out and pushing a bit to make a squat bubble for a foot, right?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much when I make my feet, I heat it up and get a nice juicy and kind of blow and push at the same time and get a nice squatted foot.
Yeah. Now I'm
actually not seeing I'm watching
the what now?
So I think I'm actually watching you a couple times.
Gotcha.
So I'm seeing that.
Okay, I'm with it.
We're seeing your future.
Yeah, I lost the feed on your.
On my.
Yeah, I'm not seeing the pictures on the on our feed. Yeah.
That's strange.
Yeah, we're just seeing the symbol.
Really? Uh oh.
So I'm actually a little bit behind you watching it on TV.
Let me try and make something happen here. I would prefer you be able to narrate. Did that help? Oh wait, I done left the hangout, homies. Sorry.
So new Torch Talk, we're taking over.
There you go.
Yeah, right. Here he is. He's back.
Okay, did that help? Can you guys see the video now?
There we go.
Oh,
all right, very good. Hell yeah. Sorry about
Yay.
that. I mean, we're still seeing it. We're just seeing it later. So yeah, we're gonna shape the foot up. I basically work everything off points. I don't ever add like punties or handles or anything like that.
Okay.
So I actually use my point, I actually closed the one end of the point down and basically use that as my handle. So it closed it off. So a lot of people switch up and they'll put points on, or they'll add a little piece of rod or something like that. I never do that. I just work everything off a point, off of a point.
Okay, gotcha.
I always started doing that like 20 years ago, and I just never went back. I never switched over. I just always done that, and it always works good for me. I like the way the point feels in my hand. And now we're just
points are nice. That small diameter, just
Yeah, I make a lot of stuff off points. Like I said, everybody's always like, "Why do you do that?" I was like, "It's just one of those things. I always got used to it, and now I'm just so used to it that it just saves a lot of time."
Sure.
So now I'm just using the force of the flame to flare it open. You hit it so much on the lip and get the whole thing nice and then once it starts really opening up, you just kind of put that heat directly into the front of the cup or the front of the foot, and it just kind of pops it open.
Right on. It's all about that angle.
Yeah.
Definitely pay
So
attention.
the foot's done, then I can just set that down.
Yep. And we got some really fun bonus footage coming up, you guys. Like I said, we got beer bottle sculpting coming. But then there's also another thing that I think you're kind of known for, man, is the Drunken goblets.
Oh, you got that one too?
I left a she took a drop. But she's fine. Yeah, I did leave a Drunken goblet in there as well, man, because they're just the coolest piece. And there's that adage or whatever, like, it's not what you can make, it's what you can save,
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, and I think like that's such a fun one though, because I think people maybe it's just me, but you think of that kind of one-dimensionally, like, oh well, I've got to save every piece and make a good piece out of it.
That's
Well,
the whole
no,
purpose behind them. I mean, I started making them for that reason, because I'm sick of throwing everything away.
yeah,
Yeah. And instead of throwing away, you could pretty much turn them into something.
totally, yeah. And if you guys aren't familiar, these are cups that went a little wonky, but the homie welds them together into like a menagerie or whatever of fucked up cups that in and of itself becomes an awesome cup. And I think it's really great.
When I first started blowing cups and feet and all that stuff, I mean, you have a ton of them that you don't use. You throw so many.
I imagine.
Every day. So sick of throwing them away. I was like, man, it's such a waste of glass. And like I said, one night we were just putting them together. We were just like sitting there. I was like, I'm gonna start putting these things together. I was just playing, and I got one done. And they were like, oh, Drunken goblet. And I was like, oh, there you go, Drunken goblet. So the funny thing is now most of my cups and feet come out pretty good, and I still make them. So I actually have to use nice cups and feet to.
Yeah, you gotta wonk up your cups, man. I remember you telling me that once. It made me laugh. Like, man, that's good shit. Yeah. And anyways, I left in a bit of this just assembly, so the way it gets welded on, kind of live there, or whatever.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm just putting the two pieces together and putting the little Maria.
I just met a weld named Maria.
Hey, the homies in the chat are asking what grabbers those are, if you don't mind.
Those are probably just. They're one of the ones that they're just. I don't know what the name brand of those are. I don't even know.
Yeah.
It was one of the ones. I think they're just ones from ABR. One of the ABR drivers.
Gotcha. Some standard shit. Nothing fancy.
Yeah, I use those, and then for the cup I'll be putting on, I have a pair of Carlisle ones I'll be using. I use those a lot.
Okay, gotcha.
There's some new ones. I order a new pair. I like Scott Griffin's new holding fingers. I need to order a pair of those.
Yeah, they're nice, man. I just got a pair of those in. It's actually what I was just about to say. Yeah, man. I just got. I have like I'm a bit of a grabber collector. And
yeah, so you post a day of all your
yeah, exactly. Yep. So you know what I'm talking about. I've got a bit of a problem, and but no, I just got Scott's in, and it's really great. It's like a smaller version of Mattis cookies, which I think is spectacular. So
yeah, I like them a lot. Me and Matt's are a lot bigger, and like I said, Scott's are super, super nice. For the price, you can't beat it.
No, they're really great, man. Yeah, I haven't really had a chance to use them in the shop yet, but I'm pretty fucking impressed. That's what I'll
Yeah, I was
say
gonna
so
get them.
far.
I was gonna buy a pair this year at the Salem Community College thing, the Flame Convention, and they were getting to cancel that, so I didn't get a chance to buy them.
Oh, that's a shame. Is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're still
So now we're
working,
just taking
man.
the top part, and we're gonna put the cup on.
Yep. And yeah, there's that grabber that has that sort of the fingers kind of come down and cut in so that they can grab the opening of a foot or an opening of a cup rather. Sorry.
Yeah, they're the Carlisle ones they came out with like 2 years ago, and I like them because they're super super heavy duty. I mean, they're really solid grabbers,
Gotcha.
and they can hold a lot.
Okay, very good. I mean, the Griffin Ultimates are what, like 180? Is that right? Or I forget.
Yeah, I think that's what he sells them for retail. Yeah, the Carlisle ones there, I think they were only like 110,
Okay.
something like that. 110, $115. They're not that much,
I saw.
but they're made
Rashawn.
really well. I mean, they're made just like a Carlisle torch. I mean, they're made solid. And they're built to last.
Yeah. I was gonna say I saw Rashawn Jones, man. He mentioned those Carlisle ones recently too, and it's like it makes me feel like I need to get one of them before I do my comprehensive grabber review video where I compare 15 different grabbers and.
Well, I use them. I use those a lot for my cups. I mean, mainly they're the main ones I use for putting my cups on.
All right.
Make a lot of cups, Mike?
Do I? No, not very often, but it's that type of thing where you gotta make a gift or whatever, and
Yeah.
yeah, and it's that type of thing that I'm still trying to get better at. I've got virtually every part of it down, but I want to get to the point where I can open every cup perfectly.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
It's just repetitive.
Yeah, well, I think part of the issue is that I don't have a nice pair of Parchofi, and I'm just trying to use jacks to open it and then switch into a reamer. Whereas I feel like I'm so comfortable with jacks, if I can switch to the graphite ones, like every single fucking cup maker I respect does, I think that would probably just sort it out for me because my mechanics are not wrong.
Right pair for Jim Moore's are nice for a good price.
Yeah. I actually had a pair, and then I didn't really use them, so I sold them to a buddy, and then I really did start getting into cup making and everything. Don't get me wrong. It's like I learned to make cups with at first with Mattis Cookie, and then Roger Paramore. I took an advanced goblet making course with him, and yeah, it's something that I'm pretty damn comfortable with, and I don't do it very often. I'm a Marini guy 99% of the time. So yeah, that was a long answer to that. It's like every now and then though I do make a cup. It's nothing I can't do. It's but
They're fun.
Yeah. I tell you though, that's the last thing for me is getting those openings perfect every time on every shape of cup. If it's a simple cup, and no problem.
Hard to do after you've been doing it for 20 years. It's still hard to do them every time. Even every now and then you're gonna mess up and have a couple crappy ones.
Okay, well that makes me feel a little better because it is.
I have to get in the groove. I mean, there's honestly times where I come out and I'm making cups for the day, and I'll know right off the bat if I can nail them the first time or second time, I'm good. But sometimes I'll come out and I can't make a foot or a cup to save my ass. I'll just quit. I'll quit doing it for the day. I'll just do something else, then come back to it. Some days you just can't. I can't do it.
Yeah, I'm with it. Anyways, enough about me. Now, yeah, okay. So, dude, how long do you pre-warm those things in that annealing flame? Do you have a set time that you do those?
We always, you 4 or 5 minutes is good, but you can get away with a minute if you're really pushing it. Depends what kind of bottle it is. Some bottles, if you're making enough of these, you'll realize some bottles are just better than others.
Okay.
I personally hate clear bottles. I like a nice dark brown bottle.
Okay.
These, I think we're using what is it that what beer is that?
Fat Tire, it looked like.
Fat Tire. That's actually an awesome bottle. The Fat Tire bottles are killer.
Okay.
They're one of my favorite. They have a nice, thick head on it, like of glass. So the top of the bottle has a lot of extra glass on it. So there's a lot of stuff to play with.
Hell yeah. A gorgeous curve there, dude. You've obviously done this a time or two.
Yeah, this is where me and Josh differ. Most of Josh's bottles go up in the air, always come down.
Okay.
So mine always have like the neck bending downwards, and his always have kind of going up in the air.
Okay, gotcha. And you know, this footage is from an awesome event called the Appalachian Mountain Flame Off, and this was for back in 2017. But I really wanted to include like, I mean, dude, you're lucky I didn't turn this into like a 2-hour like Kevin Fest. I was tempted. They're like, and here's the time you joined us to do the sculpting and the this and the that.
That was a fun at that one. That was like the second one or something like that.
That's what I'm gonna start doing in like 10 years, man. It's gonna be like, this is your glass, you know, and I'll have people with us. And just
You hear Josh? Josh just said that was Todd walking by. He's like, that was Todd. That's when Todd was big.
That's when Skinny Todd was a joke.
The demon barber of Fleet Street, Skinny Todd. Sorry.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Skinny Todd thing is what pushed him to become Skinny Todd. He was like, these motherfuckers aren't going to stop with the Skinny Todd thing, goddammit. And it was all love, don't get me wrong, but, you know.
We're pretty vicious with each other.
Yes, that is fair to say.
But yeah, now I'm just pushing. When I do these bottles, I always push eyes in first. So I use my my tungsten tweezers, and that's how I'll put my like kind of eye indentations in. Okay. And then I start pushing the horns, and that was the first horn. Then I'll come over to the side and push another one, then go to the other side. Then I'll actually I'm using that tungsten pick there to push those up in.
Mm-hmm. And then you've got a little trick where, like, when it's cooling, you give it a little heat. Is that right?
Well, that's if it gets stuck on you, which happens a lot.
Okay.
And you know, when I first started making them, there'd be so many times when they would not come out, and you get stuck and you end up breaking it. So if you push too fast, I always kind of tap, and then push, because you want it to cool down a little bit before you really start pushing. If it starts sticking, like sometimes they don't come out, you can twist it, but you know, I'm going to push, you know, so when I heat it up, I'll actually kind of give it a little tap, like tap, and then push. Okay. And it kind of cools it down a little bit.
I like the tap. The twist doesn't allow it to set into the pick. So if you keep it moving, it can't like anchor into the pick. So you always want to keep it moving.
That makes a lot of sense. Hell yeah.
But if it does get stuck on you, you can always kind of just stick it in the flame. Just give it a quick little kiss in the flame, and it'll get the glass hot again, and it'll pull right out. If you don't get it too hot, it'll stick again.
That's a type.
So here's now I'm trying to just hit the area where the eyeball is going to be, and I use the very end of my tungsten pick. You can see I flipped it around. It has a little hole in it, and I kind of push that in, and that makes like a nice little eyeball.
Yeah. Kind of like the back side of one of like Blast Shield's or Griffin's little Sofiettas, that stainless steel tube on the end of the Sofietta.
I gotcha. Okay. Sounds like you guys are a little behind. We're seeing where you actually do the mouth and the jaw or whatever with the tungsten tweezers is what's.
Oh, okay. I see. We're still looking at. I keep forgetting to look at the iPad.
Oh yeah, sorry.
You guys are on the live view. Okay.
We're like versus over like what?
Yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying.
I see. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. It's all good.
And that's all there is to it. Quick.
We're looking into the past.
We can usually make one of these from start to finish. Heating up the bottle, you can make one in less than 10 minutes.
Yeah. The past is when you invented those terp pearls, speaking of.
Yeah.
Okay, so what glasses are you using, Kevin?
Glasses?
Like bottle glasses or eyeglasses? I think somebody asked about your eyeglasses earlier.
No,
maybe?
they were.
Or they asking about the beer bottle glasses?
I think they're. Well, I saw one question I'll pass along before we talk about those pretty shades, if that's what they're asking about.
Okay.
Somebody asked, have you ever made these with vodka bottles?
Oh yeah, we've done literally every bottle you can come up with.
You can think of.
You name a bottle.
Gotcha. Very cool. Cool.
I put that picture up the other day. I just made like 15 or 20 of them, and I had somebody order them for a bunch of stuff, and they brought every kind of bottle you can imagine over. But certain bottles suck. I mean, there again, like we talked about this before, like a Patron bottle. You'll get it to work. I can make them finished, but literally an hour after it sits, it'll just fall apart. Like some bottles just do not cool down properly. I mean, you might get it look pretty, and it'll be finished and be perfect, and then an hour later it breaks.
there's a success rate with like different types of bottles, like Jack Daniel's bottle. I mean, yeah, there's just all sorts of ones. Like you kind of know, like you said, Patron bottles are the one that everybody wants a Patron bottle to be turned into a dragon, but they're not gonna make it. They're not gonna make it.
Good
But
news.
I like I always like to do Grey Goose. I'll make like a goose out of a Grey Goose bottle. I think they're actually really cool.
Okay, nice. And this is the
Very
Drunken
cool.
Goblet. Now that we're seeing what's
Yep.
going down here, and this,
So,
so
this is like
yeah, go ahead.
take a bunch of cups. I'll take a bunch of cups and feet. Like I said, when I first started blowing glass, I had so many of them. I'd make literally like hundreds of cups and feet, and I was filling trash cans up full of junk because I would only use ones that were great, and I'd only get like one nice one out of like 10 tries. So I'd have these tons of cups and feet that I'd have thrown away. So one night I started doing this, and they just, as I made them, I took them to a show and I just sold it. And I just kept making them and making them. And over the years, I've made so many of these cups and sold every one of them.
Oh yeah, that's great.
And it's just a conversation piece, really. Everybody always thinks there's a key to it. They all think, "Oh, what do you do with it? What is there a trick to it?" It's like, no, it's just a conversation. It's something. I tell some people put plants in them. Some people do, whatever. But
Okay.
like I said, nowadays I actually usually end up making a nice cup and a foot to make them. But if you have janky ones or ones that aren't looking good, you can do this because why you're just gonna throw them away anyhow, so you can just play around.
Yeah, that's really smart, man. Yeah, I was mentioning earlier, but that adage, it's not what you can make, it's what you can save. And that doesn't always mean saving the individual piece that you're working on at that moment, Sometimes
Well,
it means
these
setting
things
it
I can
aside.
sell them relatively cheap. I mean, there again, it was something I can make cups and feet pretty fast, and I'll sell these things for like 50, 60, 70 bucks, depending on how much time goes into one. But I mean, they sell so. I mean, I sell more of these goblets than almost any other kind of goblet I make most of the time. Anytime I have these made, they sell at every show.
Very good. We're getting a little audio feedback on your end, guys. If there's any chance you could lower the whatever was making the volume there. All right, look at that. So you put that hand.
We got a squeaky floor.
Okay, all right, gotcha. For whatever reason, I could hear the show, but maybe it wasn't even on your end. And then in this case, you added the punny and then just quickly put it at the angle you want to attach it. I thought that was pretty clever.
Yeah, it just makes it easier because in years past, I would just kind of do this with tweezers, hold it with tweezers.
Okay.
And it came to be a pain in the butt. And to really get this weld right here is the most crucial weld in the whole piece because you really want the cup and this foot to go together right. And because you're putting two weird pieces together, and it's got to be nice and solid, and you really only get one good try at it.
Okay.
Just get them both flashing, and once you stick, just kind of stick and heat it up. I don't really go back into this a lot. And these things are pretty stable. They look kind of crazy, but they're actually more stable than you can imagine.
So is it just these angles are adding up to the top cup? You know what I mean? Like one's offset enough, and then the other's offset, such that when the other cup comes on, the gravity is all adding up to being kind of on the center there. Or?
Well, it's the way I build it. Like I said, the one goes to the right, the other one goes to the left, and then this next one kind of pulls over, and it's basically lined up right with the stem of the foot.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was trying to say very poorly. Speaking of, I'm going to go grab a drink. Need some
lubrication
so I can say things even worse.
You got to keep a refrigerator computer, man.
Yeah, right. And there's actually another refrigerator in the garage. It's been waiting for us to clean it out. So I've been thinking about that one too. Anyway, so yeah, somebody wants to know about your glasses that you're wearing here.
Honestly, I don't even wear those anymore. I think I got those from like Whale Apparatus. I think they're just like, I don't even know who to find them. They're laying here. I don't even know who makes them or anything. I was at a show. I was actually at the Salem Community College Flame Off thing, and I just needed a pair of glasses. And the guy actually gave them.
That was awesome.
Well, I was going to buy them. He was packing up, and I was like, I know the guy pretty well. And
Right, yeah.
need a pair of glasses. He's like, I was like, I like these, and he was just like, oh, you can have them. I was like, well, sweet. So I wore them for a while. Yeah, here they are. But I actually burned the end off of it here, so I don't really wear them that much anymore. But they're pretty cool glasses.
And the Wales or whatever.
Yeah, they were from Wales where I got them, but I think ABR sells these too. I think I saw them on their booth. They're like $150 glasses.
Yeah.
I think that's what they sell for.
Yeah, I've got a pair of them.
I
In that
don't know the
frame,
company name on them, so I actually don't know who makes them.
Yeah.
It says made in China.
You know, it's like the R2 biker spec or whatever, man. It's just the pretty version of it. I forget the exact one, but yeah, it's definitely Whale.
Damn, how long ago is this, man? Like I said, my hair is like super short.
Yeah, this is 2017, the Appalachian
Holy
Mountain
shit.
Flame Off. Yeah,
3 years.
man.
Yeah.
Time flies, man. Time flies. I've been
For
running this
real.
camera for a minute. Running this camera game.
I remember rain like a son of a bitch there. It poured down rain.
Yes, it did. Yes, it
Somebody
did.
stole my umbrella. I remember that. I was really upset
Aw.
today.
Yeah,
That was a
weather
really
is
cool
not,
umbrella. I love that umbrella.
Yeah. But weather aside, the Appalachian Mountain Flame Off is a completely adorable event and something I really
Yeah,
do
I was kind of
recommend
bummed
anybody.
they didn't want to do it this year. He canceled that before the whole COVID and everything.
Yeah, well, you know, the homie needed to recover and
Yeah.
all that. He had some health things, so
Hopefully he'll bring it back. We had fun. It was it last year?
it was last year.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
had fun.
it was fun. Yeah, I just wish the stage had been a little closer this year.
For where we were.
Yeah. I mean, like in in 2017, man, that the stage was like right there, man, and it just made it kind of like a boogie zone between the glass blowing and the music, you know.
Yeah.
Whereas it was like a fucking half of a football field away, you know, like.
Well, we had a nice little spot though. I mean, we had like
Oh yeah, it was great. Don't get me wrong.
we were right by the glass blowing station, and we had prime location. He had me like I had my good spot like right there beside everything.
Yeah, no, it was great. The whole thing was awesome. Don't get me wrong. This year's was dope. I was like, damn, man, the music used to be like right there.
I spent like 2 days trying to freaking catch a crayfish. They have these crayfish that live in the town. I was like trying to catch them for like 2 days straight. They only come out at night at like 3 in the. We were out there hunting them like every night. I ended up catching like 3 of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say you did eventually, as I recall.
Yeah, we ate
for dinner or for a pet or.
Well, actually, yeah, the bite of meat in them was like smaller than my pinky nail. So, but we were so proud that we caught them that I took them back and actually cooked all 3 of them. And we all took like the tiniest bites you could imagine.
Yeah.
That was filling.
Some garlic. Yeah, I think there was more garlic in it than there was actual piece of meat.
Yeah, and speaking of the cooking, man, you did a spectacular job of throwing down and keeping everybody fed at these events. Even though they had plenty of food, it was just, that's what you do, man. That's one of your love languages is making sure everybody's stomach is happy. And yeah, I mean, this past year you incredibly killed it, and the year before.
I think we fed more people than the actual food truck.
You very well did. You probably took a lot of money out of those guys' pockets. They probably not just playing, but.
And we're just giving them. Actually, I think I fed a couple of the food truck people too.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding, man. They had some spectacular food there, dude. It was, yeah. You were mostly throwing down late night and such too, to be clear.
Yeah. There we go, Drunken Goblet.
Yeah, those are so great, man. I thought that was just such a fun way to use these materials. And now here's your boy.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the homie. As soon as I knew Josh was going to be able to join us, I was like, yeah, I'm going to throw some footage of him doing them bottles too, baby.
Man, he's fast.
Yeah, now that was like 800% speed. Josh, do you have any different timing on those? Do you like the 4-minute type of thing?
I do. I do it in under 4 minutes.
Okay, gotcha. That's what she said.
I think he was talking about the annealing flame that you were using.
Yeah. Right, warming it up. I mean, when you just let it sit there.
No, you basically you have to base it on. If you've got your standard beer bottle, you can kind of push it. But a lot of times, any type of liquor or wine bottle, you're gonna have these thicknesses, and so if something's thicker, you're just definitely gonna cheat towards giving it a longer warm up time. And honestly, I think it's really important to rotate that because it's soft glass. It doesn't have an even dispersion of heat. So if I'm doing something like a wine bottle or a liquor bottle, I rotate that thing a couple times just to really give myself a better chance of having success.
Okay, good to know. Good tip. Thank you.
We always started off doing these at the festivals, and we do them like basically you put a bottle up, you drink a beer. When that beer is gone, then you start a bottle.
Yeah,
just let it get done, because there's no time frame. Like he's saying, a beer bottle you could put it in there for a minute and probably force it.
Yeah,
If
you do like a slow turn up and just like kind of like feather it in, you can make a beer bottle happen pretty quick. But if you have any amount of liquid in there, and things like that, that's when you're really going to mess up. Or if you, you just have to. But I think it has a lot to do with thickness. I think most. Yeah, that's what I have to say. That's all I have to say.
Are you sure?
We see in the chat says it's when the video suddenly skips into fast forward that the live stream is a lie. It's true, man. It's true. I'm trying to fool y'all, and I shouldn't have put in a fast forward. No, I'm just playing. No, it's my honor to cover glass events, all over the world and mostly in in America. So this footage was filmed last year at the FAM glass show. It's what we saw Kevin working at earlier, making the Goblet stem. Yeah, and this was in Madison, Wisconsin. No, but the commentary is live, so we're free to clown on you for making such a weird comment. No, I'm just playing. It's like, and then when they make fun of you, that's when they're actually live.
So these bottles at the show, you didn't really clean these. These just got rinsed. These were like, I know like one of those at one point was one that Mike was drinking, not this one.
Like normally we get some bottles, we just take the 6-pack holder, turn them upside down, and let them sit there for 15 minutes. Then you're good to go.
People bring you a bottle and you just turn it upside down and hopefully let it drain. And
a lot of people they'll bring you a certain bottle they want done at a show, and that just you'll have people bring you the most random stuff, and you just basically do it. We don't these things sell for very little bit of money. I mean, we sell them anywhere from like $5 or $10.
Trick. That's what it is. It's like
a lot of times we'll just do like a big donation thing. Like, oh, bottles are free, just throw a donation in. People throw $5-10 in.
Nice.
But you can make a lot of money doing it. I mean, if you're actually doing just this, when I've been to festivals or shows, I do a local thing in my hometown, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania. It's called Ice Fest, and I do it every year. And I'll probably make within a day, I'll make like 80, 90 bottles in a day. I'll make like $600-700 just in a day.
Grace. I just say that was just beautiful.
Yeah, no, dude, you're you're doing it judiciously, showing off the real technique here, man.
But you see how his always go up in the air? His face is always pointing
I
up,
do
and my
see,
face
yes.
is always down.
Yeah. Now we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna have a bottle off here, guys. Who did it better?
They're very different.
Place your votes in the comments here.
I'll tell you what, you can say whatever you want in the comments, but I guarantee you that ours are better than yours. And all I can say is that I actually think I'd make an awesome dragon bottle, but I think Kevin does too. They're so different. I always look at his, and when I look at his, I like, that's probably what I want to improve mine is looking at his, but I've got nice things to say about mine too. So.
Okay, so you're doing like the noble thing and like voting for your opponent. I like it.
Yeah, kind of. I know mine are still really good. I think better.
I'm just playing, man. You guys are full of shit. Yeah,
funny thing, people always come and they're always asking, "Can you do this? Can you do that?"
And
there's like a million people be like, "I want this, I want that." But like, listen, man, these things you can barely do what we're doing with them. There's only so much you can push this stuff to do. Bottles and ducks, they look the best. If people were like, "I want this, and I want a wolf, and I want a dragonfly," we're like, "Dude, I can't do that. I can do this and I can do that."
Can you make it girly?
Can you make it girly?
That was the request last week. They wanted
Well, I made this girl paint, and he brought like 15 bottles, and she said she wanted this one. They actually wrote on each bottle what they wanted it to be. And I'm like, well, that's a dragon, that's a duck, that's a dragon, that's a duck. And it's like, doesn't matter what they say, it's gonna be a dragon or a duck.
Please slip a little more in the donation tin.
There's a guy in Colorado that does a nice big mouth bass.
Really? Wow.
I wish I could honor him by saying his name, but I don't know.
If we have some ones behind us here, we've done like the trick. If you really want to think you're a badass at this, try to tie one in a knot, all in one
bottleneck and
It's seriously, we did it for days and days and days trying to tie these things in knots. I got one out of like 50 that I literally got to actually almost work.
Try that.
But I would say between me and Josh, we've probably made 5,000 of these things, man. We've made so many beer bottle dragons and ducks.
So then why aren't you making dragonflies yet?
There again, we've made things. I did that. I have somebody that asked me to make
live trolling, right?
A longhorn.
Yeah. Keep her around, guys.
I might. Here, that's going to be my next one. I think I can make that happen.
Okay.
You know, all you really need is like a tutu or a little pair of wings that you can glue on the back of it, and it's a dragonfly, right?
Yeah, but you're gluing stuff onto it.
Happening.
Well,
Carrie owns a glass adhesives company, so she's always trying to think of ways to get people to buy glue.
You can actually.
That's it.
If you take a couple extra seconds, you can fume these things. If you fume them gold and silver, they look kind of cool.
Yeah,
that's pretty sweet. Okay, interesting. Hell yeah, and there it is. Pretty sick. I really do appreciate you guys sharing these dank glass things with us.
Yeah.
Madison, Wisconsin, again, the lovely venue or the lovely host of the FAM trade show, and it was so gorgeous. I was like, Carrie, no, I'm sorry, I know you want to hit the road, but your boys got to sit here for 45 minutes with the camcorder going.
All right, there were plenty of flowers up top there. It was a beautiful garden. I was seed collecting.
Yeah, she's got something to do. And no, but seriously, it was so beautiful, and this city is, just heavily water oriented. There's all people on the water doing all manner of things, and this was
the view from that building was amazing.
Yeah, it was gorgeous, and here's at the top of the terrace, really really cool venue. One of these old school kind of cities. They've all got the city hall that looks like DC or whatever.
Yeah, like I said, I just remember the food. We went out to eat every night, and every night the food was just so amazing.
Oh
yeah, it's a food city for sure. And
that whiskey bar down the road, that place had more whiskey than any place. I mean, it was insane.
Okay.
Well, it's just the Korean place.
Yeah, the Korean place. Oh my god, the pickled radishes and stuff they had. Oh my god! I actually just made pickled radishes the other day. That's all I keep thinking about is these damn pickled radishes from this restaurant.
I don't think I had those, but I have some radishes.
I'll tell you what, if you got a bunch of radishes, all you got to do is make a brine with like some sugar, some salt, and some vinegar, water, and maybe a little honey, and just dump it over your radishes, slice them, and let them brine for like 24 hours to 48 hours.
I'm gonna rate you again for this recipe.
Yeah, no, don't fuck around, dogs. When Kevin drops some kitchen knowledge, that's some shit. I mean, this episode, secret, like low key, just went platinum with that culinary tip. It was already hot as hell, don't get me wrong, but that just took it over the edge.
I did want to pickle those too, so thanks.
Yeah, Caleb in the chat says, I hope you guys can come back soon. I do as well, man. You guys aren't that far away. Maybe we should get to talking. Maybe we talk with Freak or something, because I would love to get out there, even if there's not a trade show,
Yeah, for sure. We were talking. We want to try to get you on our podcast too, man.
Yeah, that's
I would love to do that. Hell yeah.
We also got our buddy our producer just bought all the equipment to do some, like, he says he can do it all through the internet now. So maybe we can try to do that with you, and you might be a good person to do that with.
I'd love to, man. I would love to, you guys. And speaking of, we've been criminal to not mention this. You guys do an amazing podcast show thing called Breaking Glass.
Yeah.
Which is like Torch Talk times 10, man. It's fucking real as hell.
Well, how about that? We just drink a lot of alcohol and talk a lot of shit.
Yeah, that's putting it lightly. You guys know. I mean, it's incredibly entertaining. If you guys aren't familiar, I actually should have put a link to it in the description, man. I've been, like I said, we've been criminal to not mention this. Last time and guys, if have you not watched the demo that Josh did from the Glasscraft and Bead Expo, the marble dichro demo? Absolutely incredible. Like, we inserted freaking like pop-ups for breaking glass and everything, but this time we completely fucking spaced on it, and I feel very bad. Let me pull this up real quick. Homies, how many people are watching, Carrie? Because my thing is not updating again.
I see 87.
87. Well, then insert numbers 1 through 100 in the chat. And while I pull this up.
87, cheers to you. That's awesome.
Man, you know, it depends on the evening, dude. If there's like a live fish stream, it'll be like this. And then if there's not, like, dude, there was like 180 people watching for the salt thing last week.
Oh, wow.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was nuts.
You know, not like it's a thing like that. You know,
came out to make a turp pearl.
What's that?
I showed that motherfucker how to make a turp pearl. And then he carved a line in it.
Okay, all right.
Put an eyeball on it, and that was it. That's what we got.
All right, what is the URL for the show?
Yeah, I was looking forward to.
BreakingGlass.show.
Yeah, Breaking Glass.
Okay, all right, I got you. I'm pulling this up. Check it out, guys. This motherfucker is. Here it is. You guys gotta follow this shit. I'm telling you, the show is fucking hilarious and awesome. And man, I feel like I'm getting to hang out with my boys when I listen to it. And it's real. Like, these dudes do not fucking hold back. Like,
awesome guests. We do a bunch of cool stuff. We talk about a lot of stuff class oriented.
Yeah.
I do feel like we try to keep it real and we're just real honest. We don't try to. Yeah, there's no pretension in our show.
For sure.
Except for the radish recipes, but
yeah, you guys seriously, this shit's
I'll
dope.
talk about sauerkraut recipes. I will fucking throw down. If you want, I will tell you what's up. Yeah. Right, next episode. Sauerkraut.
All right.
Oh, dude. Don't get me started. That was a dismissive giggle.
No, it wasn't. It was an amused giggle. You're keeping it amusing.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm trying to find the show, but
YouTube is the best way.
In this universe, this is what it is. I love it. I searched Breaking Glass, Josh Mazet, and here's that demo I just mentioned. If you guys haven't seen this, this is like an excerpt from a class that Josh teaches at the Bead Expo that he was kind enough to let me put a camera on. And this is spectacular instruction. I mean, it's one of those things, like, you guys make me, not that I've ever been the type to feel like I'm ready to start teaching, but you guys give me pause, because y'all are so fucking good. And it's like, no, I only started in 2013, and I went out of my way to educate myself and all this shit, but it's like, when I see you guys teaching, it is, man, I mean, just watch that video and y'all will see the difference. It's not to take away from myself or be, disingenuous or anything, like, I went out of my way to be able to, like, John Madden this shit. Don't get me wrong. But man, I mean, Josh, you have the cadence and the explanation of an educator who has taught this many times and knows exactly what the sticking points are and all that stuff, dude. Like, and I mean, 7,000 people can agree, because that's apparently where this video is at right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
well,
yeah, and
yeah. Well, thank you for putting that out, because I actually do have I have to admit, like, every once in a while, just people reach out and tell me, like, oh, I saw this video, and they tell me how much they got out of it, and it always means a lot to me. And I don't know that I've ever really told you how much that means to me, because it has reached out to a lot of people. So
very good. Well, I appreciate it so much. Like, being able to share that helps me highlight what an amazing event the Bead Expo is, and what an amazing teacher you are. And, a lot of people are getting something really cool out of it. So thank you, man, for, letting me know that that people are letting you know. Then
yeah, everyone in chat's mentioning it too. Like,
okay, that's what's
so
up.
glad to see you guys. I love breaking glass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And, you know, it's the thing. Like I hope that none of you guys take this stuff for granted. Often people reach out and let me know they appreciate what I do, and I'm always just like, man, I don't deserve that credit. You know, like you need to be thanking the artist who let me put the camera in their face. And I hope you guys take a minute if you really do appreciate somebody, you know, that you've seen on this channel. Just take a moment to be like, yo, that shit was tight, and I appreciated it. I learned, you know, whatever, because it helps people understand what we're doing here in the community around it and how it's beneficial and all that. I mean, I shared something in the Torch Talk group the other day. I was watching on the Corning homies. They had shared that they basically, there's like a 6 DVD set that they just made public because they're like, hey, fuck it, everybody's stuck at home.
Ah.
Yeah, and they're all like pretty. They're a little old, but they're all pretty fucking amazing. And let me see if I can find the sort my shit by date. Where is it? Where's Big Toff? Because Cesare Toffolo had said something in this demo. Here we go. He said the secrets are known to everyone now. You have to share if you want to survive.
Yeah, I saw that.
Okay.
Maybe that's something I saw you post.
Yeah, no, I posted it. I shared it in the Torch Talk group, and then a number of people shared it around the internet or whatever. And I thought this was, you know, yeah, I thought it was dank. And you know, here's the thing: what happened in what is happening now to us, where there's these intense pressures from overseas importers and then all this stuff, right? This all happened in Murano. The exact same fucking thing happened to them, man. They were straight balling. They were balling out for like 2 weeks. They had a much longer run than we'll ever have. They balled out for like hundreds of years before China was like, we got a mold now. And
Hey, that's where the dirt pearl started.
What? The dirt pearl started in China? God damn it. Okay.
Got to know how to play their game.
Yeah, no, anyways, when he talks about this, man, he comes from this perspective of an industry that was already decimated by overseas imports and all this stuff, and like what it takes to keep what we're doing, this special thing, alive, you know, is putting light on it, and putting light on it by sharing it with your homies. You know, if somebody wants to get on that torch, man, do everything you can to get their hands on that fucking torch, sort of thing. And you know, I thought that was just really cool what Toffolo had said. Did everybody get their numbers into the chat? Because like I said earlier, I was mentioning we got a fresh hat. Like this hat is from the Skunk Dogs, man, the Skunk Bags. I said, yo, because everything else stinks.
That's right.
And yeah, so we're gonna give this motherfucker away right now, along with the sticker pack. Yo, I don't have a bottle with me, but I got the 16-ounce bottle of rubbing alcohol. I'm gonna throw that in with that hat. Make this a real grand prize, along with some Millie. Fuck it, make that like Millie rubbing alcohol.
How do you answer that question at the post office about the flammable liquids?
Okay, they have asked me about that shit, and I don't lie. I'm just like, yo, it's fucking rubbing alcohol, and all they do is say that it like has to go ground or whatever. They like mark it. That's it. It just goes a little bit slower. So yeah, it's no big deal. It just shows up a little later, man. And yeah, like, I mean, normally I don't give away rubbing alcohol, but man, like Lincoln, man, where I live, we got a flood of alcohol, man. I got a bunch of big bottles for myself. And then we had some 16-ounce bottles, too. I was like, I'd already bought those, but then the big bottles came in. I'm just going to give away small bottles.
It's raining alcohol.
Yeah.
Of all kinds.
All right, so like, let's pick a number now, because we asked like 20 minutes ago. We've been rambling and shit.
Yeah, there was still some rolling in. We're good.
I see them rolling in now, but
it is time. It's time.
It is time. It is time. So let's pull random.org. And we'll pick some winners. And if you guys want to stay with us for game time, you're more than welcome.
Yep, we've had
audience. We're going to play some games after this. Carrie can kind of tell you about them. All right. Here we go. Random.org. I said there was like 87 people watching at the end.
Yeah, you said 1 through 100.
Yep. All right. Here we go. let's pick a winner for the grand prize with the hat and the rubbing alcohol and some motherfucking Millie and stickers. A real fucking pack for a real fucking dank audience. I wish I could send this shit to all y'all, for real. I really do appreciate everybody who tunes in and makes this a party. I'd take a minute to shout out these sponsors and everything, and they get me over the fucking financial wall. But the fact that you guys are all here making it a party is what set this all off. I cannot express enough how much I appreciate you guys, and that's why I take the time to do these giveaways every fucking week. So here we go. 78. Is there a 78? Where it at?
Ooh.
I see somebody has it. They said 78's taken.
I see Kavisha has 78.
I do see that shit. All right. Kavisha, you just won that grand prize piggity pack with the hat.
Kavisha's getting all the alcohol prizes.
I know. Did she win another one?
She did, yeah. Remember you met to him.
That's right, but I don't.
She's in Jamaica.
I know, and I never heard from her or Hinun. We need to chat so I can get you these prizes, dog. If you want to do it, if I need to send it to the homegirl, then we'll fucking do it. It is what it is. I'll fucking send that shit to Jamaica. I don't care. Damn it. Okay. All right. I just play.
I went outside.
Right. What's that?
Oh, sorry. I was talking to the crowd. I forgot we were on the podcast.
Oh, I thought y'all were laughing at me because I have to now send a hat and all this other stuff to Jamaica.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that.
I'm just really glad that when I went outside to pee, that the screen mirroring didn't keep them.
Thank you. We're very glad too.
Yeah,
we're very glad too.
Uh-oh. Oops, we just committed a sex crime. All right, here we go. Let's pick some winners for sticker packs and such. A clickety to the clack. 2. I like that. Number 2. What's up?
Well, there's lots of instances of 2.
Oh no, this is terrible. Yeah, jeez.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, it's like every single number with a 2 in it is coming up on the search. Yeah, this is horrible.
I'm almost there.
Are you all right? All right. Damn.
Just trying to
Yeah, we gotta be like and pick a number.
That's it.
300 through 400, or you know.
Right? Yeah. No 2s that I see by themselves.
I don't see a singular 2 either. All right, clickety clack. 42. What's up? 42.
There's a 42 I see.
I do see a 42. That's
couple
a couple
42s.
I see a Shane with it. I see my boy Aaron with it. Shout outs to my man. Aaron, you're the best, dude. I really appreciate you, man. You're a cool cat.
On my screen.
Oh, no, another cool cat's got it. Fucking my boy Bill. And Bill's a cool ass motherfucker too. This is crazy.
I see one Dylan, more. Exactly.
Dylan, man, I'm just gonna assume that you're a cool ass motherfucker as well. Shout out to Dylan. It's crazy. No,
he's got good taste in numbers.
Yeah. All right. We need to determine who. All right. My screen looks like Dylan had that shit first. Is that right?
That's what my screen shows. Yeah.
All right. Then I'm gonna call it for Dylan. Dylan, dude, you are such a cool ass cat. I want you to hit me at mikemason@gmail.com with your address to do this shit. All right, let's pick another thing. Clickety clack. 91.
What is that on there?
I don't see a 91.
No 91. All right. Damn. 88. No.
No 88.
Damn. 94.
No 94.
Ooh, nope.
Mm-hmm.
This is Carrie's hand. The description clearly states this is from 2019.
Yes.
To the homie
Sorry.
in the chat who was like, "Oh my god,
this isn't live. We're not actually time traveling to 2019 or even 2017."
Could you imagine if that footage had been live and everybody was just like hanging out like we did back in the day? That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Like, Ross don't give a fuck. All right, I see a Rachel Sands who has that number 9. I still got to keep looking for more number 9s, but
there's a lot of number 9s.
There is a winner for sure. We just have to keep looking. A lot of 69s I see. Nothing wrong with that, but they're not gonna win. I think it's Rachel. Rachel,
yeah, I see Rachel too.
You did it. You are the winner. mikemason@gmail.com. And yeah, now I don't know if you guys want to stick around, but if you do, great. I want to take a moment just to thank both of you for, letting me put a camera in the face, and not only that, just like the Melt thing, man. You guys are both co-owners of Melt, and you guys helped make this magical I have a fucking Melt tattoo. That's how much I love Melt.
Nice.
And
That's awesome.
you guys helped this magical thing happen for so many years now. It was one of the first events that like opened your arms to what I was doing, and it means the world. I really can't express that how much like
I'm hoping everything goes this year. It'll be our 5th year. We have an awesome lineup, so I mean everything goes good. We're gonna have just an awesome show. I mean, we've been going up there. We went up there just like a month ago and redid like a bunch of cabins. By the time we have Melt this year, all the cabins that everybody stays in will be completely remodeled.
Wow.
I remember coming out the year before, and helping with that.
Well, we did a lot in the last year, so we've done like 9 cabins. We're gonna try to do another 6 more before the Melt starts. So we'll actually have the majority of all the cabins done. And we're just hoping. There's nothing we can do about everything going on in the world, so we'll see how it all goes. But hopefully we'll know a little more by the end of June.
Very good. Well, thank you for that update, and thank you for all that you guys do, and thank you for the role that it's played in my community and everything that I've done. I mean, if you look at how much I've run a camera at Melt, it's completely crazy. It's like
for sure. You're on the camera all the time.
Yeah, but it's not about me. It's about you guys make this place where so much amazing stuff happens, and it really is an incredible event, and I appreciate all you guys do with that. So not to get caught up on Melt, because we did a whole different thing here tonight, but it's just as long as I have you guys, I wanted to take a moment to express my appreciation for that shit.
For sure.
We're gonna play some games now.
All right.
Like I said, you guys are welcome to join us for some of them. You'll just need another controller, like another screen to act as the controller. So that's how this works. And same for you guys in the audience. And then we'll have some sticker packs for the winners of the games and such. And let me get this stuff going.
All right.
Yeah, I think we'll start with bracketeering. But if anybody in the chat has suggestions, we've been playing a bunch of these games for a while now. It's part of the Torch Stock experience. Because like we do the demo, but then we usually stay live for another hour or two playing games together. And it's just what I would do with my homies if we were together in person, We'd play games together, do some fun shit together after we melted that glass, whatever. Yeah. So that's kind of the concept of it, and that you guys stick around for it is amazing. Let me find... All right, here we go. Bracketeering. Here we go. We're gonna do this. This is a game where people submit answers and they get bracketed off. You'll see. Alright, here we go. Okay, this is a game where you only get 3 letters in your name, so remember.
Choose them wisely.
Yeah. I'm in. It's time for another beer because it's party time.
That's what I was gonna do, is get another drink. Yeah.
All right, we're getting drinks. Everybody join on in, and once this thing fills up, 16 people can play. So you guys are welcome to join in. Even after 16 people jump in, you can still be part of the audience.
Still be in the audience. Yeah, I'll talk them through this while you're grabbing a beer, and then we'll tag team it. So yeah, like Mike was saying earlier, if you have a computer, you just need to open another window, and that's going to be your controller. What's that? Sure. Thanks. So 2 windows. If you're on a computer, one of them is going to be your controller, one of them is a live stream. And then, you're just in time for game night. If you're just getting here, thanks for joining us. If you have to take off, thanks to Kevin and Josh for joining us as well. So bracketeering, we've got a couple more spaces. And then once that all fills up, you can join the audience for voting. if you're watching on a TV, you can use your iPad or tablet or phone as a controller. Oh, the hotspot data, huh? Yeah, I understand that. Wait, that was a door, but there's not a beer in my hand.
Alright, what's up?
Do I need to go get a drink?
Uh-oh.
I'll go get a drink.
I was just checking how many players there were before I brought you your drink, Carrie.
Oh, okay, thank you. Doesn't sound like stairs to the kitchen. All right, I will definitely hop in if nobody else hops in. I usually sit this out. All right, room code OSBI and 3 letters. 3 letters. All right, I'm in. Cheers.
All right, and yeah, homies, make sure you're like scrolled over type of thing so that you're not seeing the show delayed. Make sure you're watching live. Let's do this. Here we go.
We've got big fun waiting to be unleashed. We'll be posing some of life's most important questions. Your answers will be paired off in a no-holds-barred tournament. And your votes will determine which answers advance in the bracket. As we whittle down to our championship winner, this is Bracketeering. I'm sending the topic of our first Bracketeer devices now. The grossest thing for a human to cough up.
I don't know.
Apparently, we're really going for the ick factor with this one. Type in the best answer you can think of and hit send. If your answer wins the entire bracket,
Ew.
you'll be rolling in
That's
moolah. By the way, you can join the audience and play along by going to jackbox.tv and entering the room code.
Mine was already taken.
Time's running out. Your answers are being paired off into one-on-one matchups. That means it's time to sidle up to the prediction table. On your device, you'll see one of the upcoming matchups for this bracket. If you can predict the answer that will get the most votes, you could win some sizable bonus bucks. Oh, and don't forget, if you think your own answer is gonna crap the bed, you can still get that sweet, sweet cash by predicting the correct winner.
One of those things is only gross for about 50% of the audience.
Time's running out.
It was fun.
Time's up at the prediction
Oh, not
table.
on my screen. It wasn't.
Let's dive into our first bracket.
And I know our audience is not
Oh, it's a doozy.
But it doesn't necessarily
Use your
even have to be
device to
male.
vote on which you think deserves to win. But don't forget, if you change your mind, you can change your vote.
See, I told you this is what was coming up.
Get those last second votes in now. Nasty! Any prediction winners just made a killing. Our next matchup, this is a big one.
God damn it, you guys.
Ew.
I know, it's all fucking turp juice. I think turp juice I'd like
The
to
lead
cough
keeps
up.
changing hands.
I think it's the half-eaten donut. Or it's only
It's a
half
nail
eaten.
biter.
Well, as I said, Carrie, for some segment of the audience, semen is not a big deal.
That match had more comebacks than Liza Minnelli.
Oh, are there people that are reversed for that?
Yeah, the dudes who were not in the second game. So, yeah. nothing. I'm not judging anybody for their preferences, but
Let's
if
see
you're
what
not into
tensions
that,
are
you're
mounting
probably not
over in the
into
Omega
that.
Conference.
It is a tough race.
It's a bracket
on
like
side
this
of
that
the
truly
bracket.
makes this game the sport of kings.
Oh my. Apparently it's a gross thing.
I hope they flip this around and they're like, what's the best thing to serve at your grandma's funeral?
This
Whatever
one's
type of
looking
thing.
over.
You know that's gonna happen.
Oh, that win was so
I know how this
big you
game
could
works.
hear it in the next state over.
I just don't think it does that until the later parts of the game.
It's time to round out the bracket with this vicious matchup. Overwhelming support already.
I think the homies may have bounced,
It's really going back and forth.
but I really do appreciate them joining us and
This one seems like it's over before it's
making
done.
this a real fun show.
Yeah, everyone
I
enjoyed
do
it.
not like that at all.
It was really nice that they could join us.
A snot rocket. Coughing that up. That sounds weird.
Haven't you ever had anything in your throat?
Before we get on to round two,
No?
it's time to make another prediction. You've got a new matchup waiting for you on your device. Predict the one you think is going to win. The predictions are in.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's jump back to our bracket for round two.
Should have known exactly how this game was going to go.
It's a bracket like this that truly makes this game the sport of kings.
Not that surprised, I think.
Wow.
Yes, it's gonna be a three-way.
The struggle is real.
You guys know these are the same thing, right? What
Just
the fuck?
running out the clock now. That gave me goosebumps. One more match to determine our finals.
Well, I feel good that I at least made it to the finals. Semifinals?
This one's looking over. There's a good chance I may start barfing. And now we finally decide what is the grossest thing for a human to cough up.
Mike, are you saying anything?
Who'll come out on top? Happy Father's Day. It's a tie. Tap on your device as fast as you can to cheer for your answer. We have our first winner. Let's see those scores.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure they programmed this thing to be like, Happy Father's Day when
It's
you answer
time for the
come.
blind bracket. We'll start with
Same.
just the category. Name
Uh-oh.
any celebrity.
Oh boy.
Go ahead and write the first thing that comes to mind. We'll see the real bracket title after you answer.
Man.
Time's running out.
All Let's hope this thing is like, name the most racist. Da, 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 da.
Let's see what this bracket is really about. Best person to be trapped on a desert island with. Been there, done that. Time to get in those predictions.
I don't know, I'd actually still take my choice over any of these dumbasses they just put in the fucking thing.
Oh my.
I'm pretty sure. Anyways.
Time's running out. Oh, prediction table time is up. Starting things off. Folks, I've been waiting for this matchup my entire career.
I know, right? It's a testament to how unfunny Adam Sandler is that you'd rather be there with Dab and Granny who's going to drop an occasional N-bomb.
Oh.
That had more ups and downs than a roller coaster.
That was a tough one.
No one could have predicted this one.
Jennifer Aniston seemed pretty
Next
cool,
up,
though.
these answers exchanged some harsh words at the press conference. I am on the edge of my seat.
I don't know a damn thing about Ariana Grande. I'm surprised 5 members of the audience.
The clock is running out
She's
on voting
cute.
time.
Who's that Leah
So
person?
heads were spinning on that one.
Well, we're gonna have to look her up.
She did a really cute interview with Miley at one point.
Let's see
I think
what's
they did
happening
like
over on the other side of the
a
bracket.
song together, and they were both dressed in,
I
like,
can't believe I'm
onesies or
seeing
something.
this.
Every word of that sounded terrible to me, but okay.
It was cute.
Oh, Carrie, this one looks like you would,
An upset in the making.
Totally, Tony.
This might be a photo finish. We've got overtime. Show your support for your answer by tapping on your device as fast as you can.
Oh, tap to show your support. Oh, must have been a close one. Harry, you can do it. Oh no.
That tie went bye-bye. I'm going to miss the tie times. There's cash if you predicted this one. It's time to round out the bracket with this vicious matchup.
Aw.
A clear
I
favorite.
think I know where I'm answering.
Clickety clack. Click into the clack. Like, sorry, Mike, the crowd chose for you. You're stuck with a
This
clone
one
of
could be
yourself
decided
and
by a
not
single
Jennifer
vote.
Aniston.
Just made it happen.
That'd be a pretty best case scenario.
Before we get on to round two,
Talking to a
it's
volleyball.
time to make another prediction.
Oh, just me and my boy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm referencing the whole
Like
Tom
Facebook?
Hanks thing. Volleyball. It was apparently a bad joke.
I just want to be clear, though. Jennifer Aniston might have sex with you, and I will not, so... You guys are probably better off picking the... You know...
Time's running out. The predictions
That,
are
that
in.
totally changes my
Let's
choice.
jump back to
I
our
mean, if it's
bracket
me
for
and
round
you...
two.
Just saying. Are you in the game?
I am in the game.
Oh,
Well,
Early favorite emerges.
for everyone other than Carrie. That's a troublesome pick.
No one thought it would be this close.
You're gonna want to bone down.
An epic showdown. Bibbity bobbity bam.
I'm just gonna be all like that shit'll get old after like 2 weeks. You'll be like, I thought it was smart picking Mike Mason, but this motherfucker don't shut up about torches. God damn it.
The finals are
Dude,
just
we
a
can't make a
little
torch
away
out of a
from these
coconut.
next
Shut
two
the fuck up.
answers.
oh, now this is a tough one.
I know this is a She's like Mike Mason or the man I imagine when we have sex.
Is real.
Oh, please. That's a little
This
bit
one
harder.
seems like it's over before it's done.
In the books.
Great desert island pick.
I'm just saying, you're pretty into Harry Potter stuff.
But he could probably get us off that island. With magic.
And now the definitive matchup. Who is the best person to be trapped on a desert island with?
Bitch, please. I have weed.
This is the moment of truth.
You know Mike Mason don't come to no desert island with that like pounds of weed.
And he will figure out how to make a torch out of that coconut.
Even if it's like a plane crash.
Winner.
Like we just gotta find this guy.
Yeah, right. It's here somewhere.
Let's go back to that scoreboard.
Well, I can't hate on this. Somebody's winning a sticker pack for that one. Not just playing. You gotta win the whole game, but.
Good strategy. Good
Flattery
strategy.
will get you everywhere. Ass. That's
It's
an
all
excellent
been
name.
leading up to this.
Whoever
Time
picked
for
that
the
is
triple
playing this
blind
game
bracket.
right.
This bracket will change every single round.
Respect
Let's
to
start
ass.
with a category.
Respect.
Respect to
Enter
ass.
any word ending in ing. Who knows what crazy twists and turns this bracket will take?
Damn, this is a good one.
You can have asked.
Jizzing.
There could be 3 bodily fluid related answers. This round 2.
Time's running out.
I'm taking a risk on the category,
Let's
man.
see what we're dealing
go.
with. Coolest thing to do in virtual reality.
Yes,
Time
this
to
could
get in
work.
those predictions.
As long as everybody doesn't choose coming.
All cash is doubled this round, so make these choices count.
It's not all about sex everyone, but apparently it is. Good lord. These are my choices, at least.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks, guys. God damn it.
That is a tough bracket.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. No pun intended.
Time's running out. That's time on the prediction table. It's go time.
Where's the ing? Suck. I'm just playing. But they did say ing.
I am on the edge of my seat.
Looking in virtual. I don't know what that.
Only a few seconds left to vote.
Yeah, man. Some of y'all are freaks. Like, I'm just trying to suck and lick and all that. Virtual reality, it's crazy.
These two heavyweights went back and
No, that would
forth, but there can only be
interesting.
one
Chemical high
victor.
instead of a physical high? Or no, that doesn't make sense.
Moving
see how
on
they
to
would
our
do it.
next matchup.
Classy.
Classy.
Motherfucker's just like, I gotta fit glass into this.
I like frolicking. Frolicking.
An upset in the making.
That said, man, I'm gonna go with frolicking, man. Fuck that.
It's
those
kind
last
of
seconds
actually,
are
yeah.
too
long.
It would be more fun, I think. To
Yeah.
be
I learn all the time.
That was
I
a
blow
real
glass all
nail
the time. I just want to fucking frolic in virtual reality. Okay? I just want to suck and frolic. Okay.
Let's see what tensions are mounting over in the Eastern Conference. This is one for the ages.
Now, which one?
The lead keeps
God damn it,
changing
this
hands.
horny ass audience.
Which one?
All this audience wants to do is eat
Only a
ass
few
and
seconds left to
fuck.
vote.
I'm on to y'all.
Yabba dabba poo poo pagoo.
Exactly. That is how trite this fucking answer is. There'll be no sticker pack for this one.
Wow.
It's time to round out the
Mike
bracket
Mason.
with this
Oh,
vicious
hell
matchup.
yeah, here we go. No, just playing it. Pooping is a good one. That's hilarious.
A real tug of war.
Oh, come on. Virtual boofing, man. Come on. That's just for people who are too scared to put things in their ass in real life.
Right, it's just a virtual feeling.
That's
Ooh,
bullshit.
butt sweat.
Dude, it knew what it was about. What the fuck?
What?
It just said, ooh, butt sweat. That's what it said.
Did it really?
I swear to God.
Time for a title change.
You can't hear the
The
audio.
hardest thing to do while drunk. Get those predictions in now.
That's hilarious.
I was joking earlier that it must be saying the shit based on the answers, but the answer it appeared to be responding to was cum or jizz, and I was just like, does it really have a programmed answer for cum or jizz? And now I know that it does, for sure. It had a programmed answer for boofing that involved butt sweat. There's no way these two things are coincidences.
Too funny.
Time's running out.
George Talk is their test audience.
This game is
That's
really
time at the prediction table. Let's
This
jump
game
back to our
reveals
bracket
truths.
for round 2. Voters are being loud and clear on this one.
good. Dabbing, man. You ain't stopping me from doing that when I'm drunk.
Just running out the clock
It might
now.
stop me.
I'm not sure my parents
Because I
love
don't
me,
care
but
about
what a
remembering
win!
the day or anything.
Yo, what game do y'all want to play next, dogs?
This could be the answer to beat, but let's check out the competition. One answer is showing some promise.
I mean, how
It's
many
really
times
going
do you
back
do the
and
one
forth.
when you're drunk? Or have you in your entire life? I mean, come on.
This one's looking
Thanks,
regular
Karen.
juggernaut.
Yeah.
Carrie is our booth correspondent.
We have a few lucky winners.
Yes. Yes.
One more change. What every parent should teach their child. I hope your answers still make sense.
There, I love
And
it when
now
the game
the
does
final
this. This is the best
face-off.
part.
Yes.
I'm seeing some early traction here.
Tight fight here.
No
Tight
one
fight.
thought it would be this
Dude,
close.
come on. You gotta teach your kid to... Everybody will teach a motherfucker to frolic.
The clock
Who's
is
gonna
running
teach your
out
kid to
on
boof?
voting
Some
time.
fucking whoop? You gotta do that yourself so
They
learn it
need
right.
to know how
That's
to.
how you do it.
I taught my child to boof. What are you all talking about? No, just kidding.
But who walked away with the top score?
Yes, we know. But thank you for clarifying.
I have taken her to a lot of jam festivals, though, so if it happens, it's really nobody's fault but my own, you know.
Oh my. So
All right.
nobody answered about a game, but I bet if you choose one, they'll play.
Okay, what game did anybody suggest a game to play? I asked earlier. Did
I
nobody
didn't.
said anything?
No, I didn't see one.
I am the ass man. Respect to sex. Fapping. Boofing. Okay, we got some good comments in the chat here. But that is not what we were looking for.
Good game, everybody. Good game.
Yeah, that shit was tight.
Oh, are we gonna spray up the town? Seems appropriate. All right, you do have people wanting to play again, so awesome. PJ Wincode. requested for fibbage next too.
All right, we'll do that then. Thank you for the request.
Yellow.
Yes, you are. Oh my.
Jason,
And you.
What's that lying one?
Well.
Good one. Yeah, that's good.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Oh my gosh, what is going on here? Oh, you can draw your name. I didn't even see that shit.
Oh, look at that. Is that a sexy torch?
Yes,
Nice.
it's a fancy torch. Is everybody in? Oh shit, everybody's in. Damn.
Yeah.
One.
And 3 people in the audience.
Come on in. Welcome to Doodle Valley, home of the turnip that looks like Craig Kilborn. Thank you all for volunteering or being lightly bullied to participate
shots
in
at
our
Craig
town
Kilborn.
beautification initiative. Remember, there's still time to join the audience and help the cause. The mayor wants to turn all the drab, white walls in the town into colorful community art projects. Isn't that right, Mr. Mayor?
That's right, Peggy.
Well, that's not my name, sir.
And I know just where to start. Right here.
As you can see, this piece has already been started. Mrs. Palmer's boy Leroy started drawing this, but he got distracted by a weird dog before he could finish.
Didn't finish the drawing. Where's your follow through, pal?
We believe in a little thing called democracy around here, so I'll let 2 of you make additions to the
So
drawing,
they'll
and
take
your fellow
turns, huh?
volunteers will vote on who made it better. Oh, and I'm keeping you on a short timer to make sure you don't overthink it.
Okay, volunteers. Ready, still ready, and ready. Let me go.
While these 2 are drawing, the rest
You
of you
not
can
drawing
express
isn't
your
gonna stop
feelings
us
about
from
their work
judging.
with the buttons on your device.
I just love to jam on them.
Make sure you watch your devices for
Time's
prompts.
running out.
That was
Hurry
pretty
up and
cool.
finish.
Thank you. And if nothing else, just draw something.
2 very strong candidates. It's up to the voters to pick a winner.
Hey, quit
Damn.
fooling around and vote.
What the hell? Oh, I'm up next. This is crazy.
Watch out.
Here we go. And of course, the audience's voice must be heard. We've got our results.
Not so fast, Melissa. Each match, I'm gonna single out one emoticon for a special reward. The drawing with the most of the emoticons will get a little bonus. This time, the bonus goes to the drawing with the most laughing fellas. Ha ha!
Fantastic. Now let's see what you 2 can add. Go.
Uh-oh.
Vote away.
Look at that little torch mouse.
It looks like he's on a stripper pole. It's kind of cool, actually.
The torch mouse on the stripper pole.
Oh, what is this? Somebody fake Mike
Let's count
Mason.
those
What's
votes.
going on here?
What?
Up
Add in
next.
the audience.
This time, the
Uh-oh,
bonus
somebody's
goes to the
parading
drawing
around
with
his
the
mic
most
again.
hearts.
Yeah, I'm counting as on the fake Mike Mason to make me look good by winning. Like, of course that's free. What are you talking about? Like if that fake torch stock on
love
Instagram
it.
gets big, I'm
Now
gonna
how
be like,
about
what are you
you two
talking
give it a
about? Of course
shot?
I run that.
Yeah, right. That'll happen.
Go.
No, I'm just kidding, man. This is straight. Biters out there, yeah, this would make me laugh. I stole all their hashtags though. They're actually really good. They make all my posts more successful.
Let's see. This looks pretty good. Somebody's doing a great job there. Oh, there we go. On the controller.
And then everybody in the Torch Stock community just reported it when they were stealing our logo. I was like,
Time
man,
to
I
vote.
feel sorry for these clowns. They fucked up.
This could be tough. Oh, I'm next. All right. I can do
One's
this.
got a smoking penis and the other's got a lake.
And mountains. I know,
Okay,
right?
count 'em up. Audience.
Unfortunately, I'm off to the smoking penises. Let's see what we can do with these.
God damn it, fake Mike Mason, you let me down.
Up next.
If you're gonna use my name, you gotta do better.
Sure.
He's like, Michael Moriarty doesn't do anything fake. What are you talking about?
What?
Vote away.
That wasn't very much time. I had so much more planned.
I don't even know what anybody added. One of them got the Rolling Stones logo now, some bullshit.
Oh, apparently I got the loops across then.
Good job, okay. Is that what it was supposed to
Moment
be?
of truth.
He is smoking something, and
Toss
I
those
put the
audience votes
squiggles
in.
on, and suddenly it looks like a face. And
Is that you? You're horny, baby? Is that...
well, baby.
Are you horny, baby?
Nobody move. I think our painting is complete, but it still needs a title. Use your device to
So
suggest
anyway, you know what we're doing after the show?
Oh. What is this? Oh,
Good
wow.
one. Yeah,
Okay.
what is
I have
this?
to suggest a title for this? I didn't create this. Okay, jeez.
I think somebody's in chat watching not live.
Which one is it gonna be? Let's vote.
Picasso.
Picasso.
Plus the audience. Oh no, a tie! I'm not trained for
A
this.
tie?
Now, Rosemary. As mayor, I get to break
Our
all the
audience
ties.
is-
How about I pick this one?
Yeah, my shit.
Okay, time for the big unveiling. I can't wait! Oh my! And the paint's dry already. Okay, I guess we're committed then.
Not
Is
bad.
that a restaurant in Denver?
Picasso. That's right. That's right. Damn, I did very poorly.
Where's the next stop on our beautification tour?
How about here?
Put on your artist caps.
This is an interesting squiggle.
Go.
Everybody ever
Time's
looking like
running
John
out.
Lennon and shit?
Better
Come on.
hurry.
Where's the penises?
That's for round 2.
It's voting time.
Number 1 looks pretty damn high. I gotta give it up. He's got 31 dongs too. It's crazy.
I love this part.
Nice. It also looks like they have
never
more,
forget our
like,
audience voters.
more creative license to continue the drawing, which is what I'm beginning to understand is pretty important. That's okay. We'll make this white guy look
Next up.
like more like George Washington.
Go!
Is this the Nico in the house, man? The originator of the air conditioned suit and shit?
Oh.
If so, respect. Bro, that suit's fucking awesome. You don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm just to pull it up right now.
Time to vote.
Done voting.
Let's see how that shook out. What did the audience think? Up next. Go!
Marilyn Monroe now.
Okay, alright.
Oh, maybe something.
Time to vote.
These motherfuckers. Coming out.
Rack up those votes. And the audience?
I see how it
Oh,
is.
good job,
Old
baby.
motherfuckers.
It's the pot vein. Okay.
Up
Better
next.
put some marijuana on your titties later, baby. Damn.
Baby, you know that's how I get you.
No, I like it. All right, guys, we gotta end the game now. No, just playing.
Do a 10 to horny.
I get the message.
It's voting time.
I don't know what's under that titty, but I like it.
I love this part.
The titty shelf.
Audience?
God damn it, fake Mike Mason, you let me down. You should win if you're gonna use my damn name. Shit.
This piece is just screaming for a good title. Let's give it one.
Adding this person to my list of people to sue when I get that official trademark number in. It's already done. We're just waiting on the final number.
Pick your favorite and vote.
Mike Mason in C minor. Weed and titties.
That's great.
Queen Tuker. I was gonna do dabbing princess, but she's not dabbing, so.
What did the audience think?
Nico has
A
learned how
tie,
to play
huh?
the audience.
I'm
Yes,
gonna pick
yes.
this one.
Okay, time to take it all in. It's funny,
Oh, it's
right?
gorgeous.
The choices we make.
Now
Maybe can you
that's
give it a C?
art.
now, Mr. Mayor?
Oh, I got a special treat for our budding artist, Geraldine.
That's not... You know what?
Well, I can't
Never
wait till we
mind.
visit Doodle
What
Valley.
is it?
Your art has moved me to commission you to do a portrait. One that'll hang in the town hall.
Get ready, everyone, because you're all drawing at once this time.
I want to fill the town hall with portraits of our fine citizens. Let me just open up the old Doodle Valley phone book here and... There you go, a fine subject for a portrait.
Sir, I've got no clue who that is.
You remember. They lived over on the north side of town. They used to haul sand. Now they take it, they fill up the truck with the sand.
Not really following this
drive it down
either,
to the
but
south
tell you
So
what,
I'm talking about
let's have
Nico,
everyone start
man.
by
If it's
drawing
the same
names.
Nicos
Any
in the
eyes at
chat.
once.
The
fucking air-conditioned suits, y'all. This shit's hot. Amazing. Alright, here we go. Some long bottom ass motherfucker.
No bad options here, but let's vote on which is best.
Yeah, it just says draw the eyes. Everybody's fucking up.
Well, I can't hear what to draw, and I think a lot of it is delayed, so people just draw something.
It literally says what to draw at the very top.
No, not on mine it
says draw
didn't.
the eyes. Yeah, it did.
On mine it didn't. It said draw the requested appendage or something like that.
Next, let's draw the nose.
See, they're pretty fucked up. It's not supposed to
No,
have nose yet. See, it says it right at the top what you're supposed to draw.
Well, yeah, but that's delayed.
Oh, everybody's not
On the
seeing
control,
that.
yeah, on the controller, you can't see that, so you just gotta draw whatever, you know, feels good.
And vote.
Oh my.
Toss those audience votes in.
Another tie. I'm gonna pick this one.
Hell yeah.
Now we add the mouth.
That was me, y'all. I won.
Draw the mouth.
I'm the best.
You are the best.
Okay, vote.
Whoa.
Plus the audience. Finally, finish this off in
yeah.
any way you
Gold
want.
blunt.
I trust you all implicitly.
Alright, I'm gonna put in chat. We are finishing with anything.
together. Oh, it's just like the last day of camp.
Charles Manson over here and shit.
Right.
Add in the audience. Prepare to be blown away.
It's a perfect likeness.
Wow.
You're all winners in my heart, but the
Straight
votes
tribute
tell a
Maine.
different story.
Yeah, that's amazing. Congratulations,
Yeah, man,
Nico.
yeah, all right, Nico, hit me up, man. MikeMason@gmail.com with the sticker pack address type of thing. And got you on that. But now it's time for fibbage.
Let's lie to each other.
Yeah, here we go. What's going on here?
Giggity, giggity. Ooh, hey, sexy.
Hey, horny.
Lost Child is really trying to get a hold of you, but he's probably not going to answer during the show.
Yeah, no, that ain't happening.
But yeah,
Boy,
he might have later. Yeah.
barely answered.
All right, well, I'm going to get a drink, and if there's a spot left, I'll sign in, but it looks like those spots might be gone, so.
All right.
Do you need a drink?
No, I'm good.
All right.
I've had enough to drink. I'm pretty fucking drunk.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Welcome to Enough About You, the bonus 6th game in this party pack. And by bonus, I mean lower your expectations. Gang's all here. Great. And anybody watching can join the audience anytime. The audience votes on fake answers to fool those gullible players, and they also get to guess the truth. Let's go. Here's how it works. I'm going to beam a question about you to your device. Answer with the truth. In a sec, you'll get your chance to lie about your fellow players. You get 500 points for everyone you fool with your lies, 1,000 for finding the truth, and on your question, you get a reputation bonus for players who know you well enough to get it right. Good? Good. Put in your answer now. All right, question 1. The most disgusted this player has ever been was that one time when blank. Enter your lies now. Hurry, time's almost up. Okay, find the truth. Okay, let's take a look.
That was more than I needed to know, Jason. Thank you.
All right, here it is. One of the dumbest things this player has ever done was blank. Write your lies now. Finish quick before you ruin it for everyone.
Lots of good answers.
Except for the ones in our mind.
All right, find the truth.
Well,
These are pretty amazing answers.
yeah. Yeah, it's much more fun playing it with glassy people.
Okay,
than-
what did everyone pick?
I mean, random people's all right too, but it's fun to have the glassy answers.
that one made me laugh. I gotta admit. Damn, that one seemed cool enough to just do
We got you.
Well, at least I fooled the audience.
And we fooled you.
Yes, just how we should always have it.
Appropriate that some dude is one of the people that voted on that song.
Believe it or not,
What? Oh my god.
Fuck this couch.
Thank you for your openness
Yeah,
with
this
us.
game.
here's a
reveals
question
truths,
for you.
man.
Really
The
reveals a
coolest
lot
thing
about
that
our
this player has
glassy
recently
friends.
learned is blank. Okay, enter your lies.
So many things this could be.
Hurry up and finish before time runs out. Okay, which one is the truth?
Ah!
Okay, well, we know about the ass. That's a given with this audience.
When did these carry recently learn actually? Is this you?
No, it wasn't. That is nice though. I was talking about that in the beginning. I don't know if that's why it's an answer, but you know.
I love this part.
Yeah, I wish. I'd give him away, but my girlfriend won't let me.
They're mine. No. mean, recent is a long one. Yeah, yeah. Go audience, us.
Jason Q is killing the
Now
line.
listen up. The household chore this player would
Now we
pay
know.
cold hard
What to watch
cash
out
to
for.
avoid doing is blank. Type in your lies now.
This is a good one that should be on the table for anybody in a relationship. We can decide which tours we do and who we're hiring out.
Hey, I'm serious about that timer. Finish quick. Okay, look for the truth
Jason
and
in
pick
the
it.
chat said, "Yeah, I'm just keeping it real."
I'm guessing he is the couch lover.
No, he's the dude who, when I meet, he's gonna be like, "Yeah, my name's Jason." I'll be like, "Jason what?" He'll be like, "Jason Q." And I'll be like, "You mean the Jason who busted on his own face?" He'll be like, "Yeah."
Aww.
I just play him. This game's the best.
Well, there's 2 puppy poo answers, and of course 2 bodily fluid answers again. Well, specific bodily fluid answers.
I mean,
Let's see what
cum
everybody
socks are so
selected.
you don't have to clean up cum, so I don't know about all that.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to clean socks.
All right, see here, well, at least one person was had sex in the audience. God.
I mean, milking the crow is quite a chore. I make Mike do it. He's new to the Midwest. We got to teach him the farm ways.
Yeah, that's what it is. You gotta milk the
Well,
crows
so
every
much
fucking
for that
day. It's
one.
crazy out here. Tornadoes. What? What the fuck is this, dude? You're fucking the game up with all this shit, cause... Goddamn. I'm glad you're
Okay,
in last
focus
place.
up.
I'm sorry.
A sound that this player really can't stand is blank. All right, type in your lies.
Yeah, way to open up, man.
Ah!
Well. I hope Todd's not watching. Oh,
Finish quick before you ruin it
I
for
forgot.
everyone.
My first round is an audience. Like, we all agree on an answer to pick. I always forget it's not a real answer yet.
All right, where's the truth?
And the turtles, though, man, be boning is crazy.
A lot of, like, had a hard time picking something that... sounded decent here. Come on, guys. Step
All
it up.
right, who picked what?
God damn it, Jimmy B, you bastard.
I mean, why wouldn't he want to hear that? Come on. You know that makes it better. Better game show than Jeopardy, says Noob Sabot.
Okay, here's the question. One of this player's favorite past Halloween costumes was blank. Write your lies now.
What?
Saints are gonna win one day, I tell you.
Is it a repeat? Okay.
Hurry up and finish before
The
time runs
audience
out.
seems to know what the fuck Milking the Crow is. I don't know about this. I'm gonna have to Google this.
Midnight Gospel, eh?
Okay, take a look and find the truth.
Oh God. All right, we definitely have to have a Torch Talk Halloween party. Just saying. All right, Midnight Gospel sounds like on your show. I've not even heard of it.
All right, let's see what
which
you guys
doesn't
picked.
surprise me.
Motherfucker.
They got me. You got me. In a good way. I didn't. Oh yeah. Okay. From a different answer. It's a good one though. I think I have a wig in the basement that could almost be a young Debbie Granny.
And the question is, the last souvenir
Well,
this
surprise
player
Emily.
bought was blank. Okay, enter your lies.
This is a loaded question. When was the last time you could travel?
Come on, time's running out.
God damn it.
Okay, where's the truth?
I mean, do you really want to buy a condom unless it's from a gas station with 2 S's?
The gas station.
Yeah.
Do you remember the last souvenir you bought?
Wine for you in Oregon.
Aw, you're so sweet. The last I bought was
It really was though, right? Like that was all
I
local
think
and shit.
so. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
All right, let's see what everybody picked.
You know how I do, girl.
Oh yeah, I bought you a Nebraska shirt from Western Nebraska. Now everybody talks to you about Western Nebraska.
They do. They're like, "Oh, what's that city on that shirt?" I'm like, "Man, I don't fucking know."
I'm not really sure. It's probably a windmill. I mean, there is on shirt, so.
That was a complete
It's
miss.
the truth. But what kind of a keychain? We need to know.
Let's see what we got. This player thinks that the movie villain blank is misunderstood. Enter your lies now. Hurry, time's almost up. Okay, here you go. Find the truth.
I'm not familiar with some of these supervillains.
Really?
Well, I don't know who Cockknocker is.
What? It's from your best friend's movie, baby.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Joker is who came to mind when I read the question. Who's Ted Knight?
They probably went in for commercial ads afterwards.
Okay.
And it says he's the guy in Caddyshack, so I don't know.
Let's see how things shook out.
Flying with the gang.
That was Cockknocker and Jay and Silent Bob.
Yep.
I don't remember that bit. Probably haven't seen it 3 times, so there's that.
This is the final round. Everyone's gonna write one truth and one lie about themselves. Anything you can think of. Dig deep because you get points for any player you fool with your lie and for spotting other players' truths.
What was that
Go!
one I said I was gonna do recently, Gary?
Well, if I tell everybody, or you, I would be telling everybody.
You gotta run into the room and tell me or something. I mean, damn.
Yeah, if I remembered, I would. Sorry, that was my convenient excuse. Remember the one you actually used. Involving sports. This game is so much fun. I love it.
Tick-tock, remember you need one truth and one lie before time runs out. Okay, spot the truth about this player.
Oh.
How well do you know Trav? Trav likes Jay and Silent Bob. I know that from the compliments in chat. And he has also watched Midnight Gospel. So I'm gonna say Trav watches a lot of TV. Let that inform your decision.
Doesn't sound like he was out and about much today.
Exactly. Oh, that was hilarious. And wait, did Jason Q use this earlier? Because I really remember you saying this.
Jason, you better not be going back on the previous statement you said was true about busting off your fucking face, player. Come on. I assume your wife led you for a midget man because, ah! Because it's too late to back out. I'm busting a nut in your face, man. I'm sorry.
Oh, Travis and shit. That says, ha ha ha.
Yeah, okay.
Hard
sure,
one.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
ain't believing that dog.
Take a guess.
Okay, it's being manipulated now.
Well, come on. I mean,
I'm not certain I can reward a sticker pack for anything but admitting you busted a nut on your face.
oh. Okay, who doesn't like cake? Come on. And if you don't like cake, then you just obviously haven't had good cake.
Jason's just having buyer's remorse on admitting that, you know? He's like, I better act like it was just a joke.
Yeah, I need to go back on that.
No.
Kidding, kidding. What? All right. Someone just needs a good cake.
Yeah, what kind of fucking cake are you not liking here, dog? Because virtually all cakes are dank. You had a fucking tres leches cake, you know what I'm saying? Like, god damn. Ugh. I'd end the show right now if there were a tres leches
so many
cake on the way.
amazing cakes. Flourless chocolate, tiramisu, tres leches.
That's what I'm
Oh,
talking
this
about.
Napoleon.
That's
This
what I'm talking
Napoleon. That's the one that I want to make. It was a Russian dessert made with puff pastry and apricot and cream. I so want to make that.
3 fucking layers, yo. Cake, filling, and topping.
Oh, this one is like 100 layers.
Yeah, it's all good, man. I'm just saying my man don't know about these Mexican cakes.
Well, that's the thing. He just hasn't had a good cake. He doesn't like
Combination
cake.
of condensed milk, evaporated milk, and regular cow's milk to create a spongy, custardy cake that's soaked through with a sweet, milky sauce. I'm just saying, player, I mean, you fucking the game up if you don't think that's the dang. Respect for everybody's different opinions and all, but I mean, shit. I don't know if I can trust a motherfucker who doesn't like tres leches cake.
It's gonna be just discussions that melt regarding which cake is better. I think it's Lost Child that doesn't like cake. Lost Child, we need to get you a good cake because there's so many good cakes.
Man,
What is
everybody's
Tech Club?
being
I don't
liars
understand
today.
this.
Okay,
Tech
which
Club.
one?
Or can you not talk about Tech Club?
Is that you, Hannah?
Hannah's watching? Aww.
Which is it?
Well, some of these are really hard to figure out.
Better not be Bruce Lee.
Now I want tiramisu.
I know, I'm ready for some kizzy. This might be the last game, because me and Carrie are interested.
We gotta go get some cake.
I also hear she might be horny, so I gotta...
I wasn't gonna say it, but yes. What? Mike, you know, I was gonna suggest we should lock up those propane tanks. But I guess it's karma if it happens, so. Or is it? That's right.
That's right. Check me out at the Flint Institute, y'all.
FIA, HBO fan.
And it was actually the piece made with the Torch Talk demo that's dichroic extract space tubing, yo.
That's
Real
right.
talk.
Right,
No
so
shit.
collab.
It's hard to believe, right? But I took that prep from the demo and gave it to Eric Goldschmidt, who made an amazing goblet. And they submitted a bunch, but like the ones that they chose to buy, out of hardly
Yeah.
anything that they bought, was the one that he made with Eugene and the one that he made with your boy.
That's pretty sweet.
It is pretty sweet. Does everybody want to keep playing, or is everybody ready to go get some cake,
Yeah,
or
let's
like
see.
what's up?
Yeah, does everybody want cake or
So,
what?
I was just saying, cake's pretty good.
Well, there's 27 people still here. There
Everybody's
were
still
30,
playing,
I think
alright.
30 or 33 last game, so
All right. We'll find something else to play then.
there's Chubby Hubby down there waiting for us. We're good.
Hey, there's Carrie. Hey, baby.
Hello.
Okay. Oh, what should we play?
Well, we always play that ghost game, but is there a better one? How was the t-shirt game? Did everybody like that one?
No, we're not
Ooh.
doing
You don't know.
that.
Oh, it's
Yeah, man.
the bath game?
The bath game, that's right. That's exactly what we're playing, the bath game.
Jason says he lied. He's not worthy of the sticker pack.
Dog, when you're ready to admit what happened.
We don't need details. Just whatever happened. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's natural.
You get a sticker pack.
No shame.
Maybe you'll think twice next time.
Alright, I gotta hit the head. I'll be right. Zach.
All right, this is the murder room, right? The murder room. Room code WQDB. No, really, Jason. I'm pretty sure there was other people that lied too. But if you don't want a sticker pack, whatever, that's fine. We're not gonna force it on you. Your loss. It's your loss. And if you don't watch Arrested Development, you might not get that reference, but all right, I'm joining the audience. What? Valid room code. Let me try this again. Oh, mixing up letters here. QD. Okay. Jason, really, it's okay. It's a game. But if you don't want a sticker, we're not going to make you take a sticker. Or several. So. Oh my god, the chat conversation is hilarious. You guys are great.
Yeah, this is great. Appreciate y'all. This is fucking always good times.
The local residents familiar with the abandoned building's history know it simply as the Murder Hotel.
This hotel was run by a mysterious family for several generations until close. In unrelated news, the trivia murder party killer is still on the loose. Up next, I'm being held against my will.
This is your wake-up call. Prepare to die. Welcome to Trivia Murder Party. I flooded the roads myself to strand you here in a fight for your life. Only one of you will survive. Anyway, we know you have many choices for your murder hotel needs, and we're grateful you chose us. Alright, first question. What gets a soccer or football player thrown out of a game? Use your device to answer the question. That means you weirdos in the audience, too.
I thought it said a Red Bull.
Maybe the Red Bull.
Oh, baby. Yeah, let's not go there.
Better than the blue one.
Yeah, I
Time's
guess.
almost up.
Is red chafed? I mean...
And the correct answer is... Who got the question right? The rest of you, come with me. Welcome to the killing room. Let's see who has ESP. Type in an answer that fits this category. Everyone else will answer too. And if anyone matches you, you die. And I do mean anyone. Time's almost up. One of you didn't answer. That's okay. I was playing too, and I also didn't answer. So I guess we match. Anyway, moving on. We've got Mind Meld. We're not done with you yet. Dying doesn't mean you have to drop out. Keep playing and you just might steal someone else's life force and win the game. Oh, also, there's an audience in the game. If they survive, you die. If you're not ready now, you can join the audience whenever. It's like super low pressure. Let's try another one. What does it mean if a statue is Calipigian?
It's number 4, I call it carrot pigeon.
Almost out of time.
Oh, you.
Who picked this?
That was the real answer?
Oh my
Everyone
god.
is wrong. Follow me.
Well, apparently I'm... Yeah,
I gotta
Welcome
look
to room
this up.
227.
I'll take it.
It's time for some pegging. Okay, now that I've said that out loud, it does sound weird. You're going to drop down this board and try to avoid the death zones. You know what? We need some death zones. Hey, you. Pick the landing slots that kill.
Google backs this shit up. I think well-shaped buttocks.
All right. So, I mean, it's probably a thing in statuary.
Okay. Let the games begin. Pick a spot to drop from. It's fun.
Stay left. Stay left. Oh.
This is so exciting.
You started clear left and ended up in that red.
Way, yeah, that was fucking bullshit.
Landon.
I don't believe this happened.
Don't blame me. Blame
Planko.
gravity.
You disappoint.
It's time to leave so I can eat cake and pussy.
Slash. Ooh. Trixie.
Everyone can see that the dead players are ghosts, right? I'm not just freaking out. I wrote this next question just for you. If you get it right, I will punish everyone else. Which of these is not a Latin phrase? And I guess the audience can answer too. Time's running out. And the correct answer is... Did you get the question right? You succeeded. The rest will suffer. Oh, you're going to get a gift. Please accept these gifts before the cops bag them as evidence. Pick a box and keep what's inside. Avoid the ones with air holes.
I think you have.
I'm sorry. Gotta roll with that one.
Uh-oh, you found my dad's hat. My therapist is always trying to get me to roleplay through my daddy issues, so this is a good opportunity for me to really take it out on you.
Gangsta fish.
I think this will be really good for me.
I want a hat like that now.
Right?
I'm
Gonna
gonna
have to
go
work
find a
for
hat
it.
like that tomorrow, and I'm gonna be
We're
wearing it in the
here.
next episode.
When one
Watch.
player is left
Ooh,
alive,
I like
we'll
it.
go to the final
I do this.
round. Next
Like
question.
Picard when he was pretending to be the detective, right?
What's the longest above water mountain range?
Sure, kind of. Yeah.
Dix, whatever his name is, Dixon Hill.
Yes, yes.
Dixon Hill, baby.
Oh, I want to change my answer.
Time's almost
One
up.
continent that's just really long.
Who picked this?
Yes, that's the one.
The rest of you who are still alive, and
Himalayas are
especially my
highest.
dad. I want to show you something.
Maybe we gotta go to the Andes. Let's go hiking in the Andes when we can travel
Let's
again.
roll them bones. Roll as much as you want to add to your score. I'll kill the player with the lowest score. But go over 21 and you die instead. And don't forget, if they roll a
See, here's our
skull,
Las
that adds
Vegas.
1 to everyone's
Gambling.
score.
On the dice roll.
It's like blackjack, but with dice. And skulls. Look, it made sense when I first put it together, okay?
The highest you can roll is a 6.
It's your last chance to sneak a few extra rolls in.
People leave.
Uh-oh, looks like you didn't roll enough.
Damn, Max is way out ahead.
Let's
Sorry.
keep moving.
But Trev has that
Who
cool
was
hat, so
featured
I
in
really
the
feel
Lonely
like
Island
he's the winner.
song, I'm on a Boat?
I'm a boat. I'm a boat. I'm a boat. I'm a boat. wish I could do it in everybody's style, but I definitely can't. The question that's being answered.
Almost out of time.
Like I don't know what the song is, but I wish I could sing "I'm a Boat" in the style of the four different people that were named there, but I can't.
You're stuck in my trap, father. Time for consequences.
It makes me think of that Snows. That.
This is my tattoo parlor. I know a serial killer with crazy tattoos is like totally cliche, but whatever. Give me a new tattoo by drawing on your device.
Ooh. Tattoo time.
Rednecks for life.
Right, yeah. So players, don't forget to watch your controller. That'll be your prompt.
What a waste of my time.
Oh.
This assignment was not optional. I'll kill you, Daddy.
Boom.
Just because
and
you're
no
dead
more
doesn't mean that hat has to leave the game. You have a will on your controller
life.
right now, and you have a few seconds to leave it to someone who
That's
really
so
deserves
sweet.
it. But you gotta do it
Give me
fast.
the hat, baby. Give me the hat, big dog. Trav, you know I need that hat.
Good news. A recently deceased player had a
that's
will.
hilarious.
It says they left their
So he can't
gift
give his hat
to you. What a wonderful burden to receive.
Oh, so sweet. Max / last
He really
child.
looks like a gangster now.
Let's try another one. What was the price of the first
gonna get one of those
iPhone
hats,
when it was
baby.
released in 2007?
I feel like it. Yeah. Didn't they mostly offer those for free initially? I mean, as part of the plan. Really?
I'm thinking 3 or 4.
Who picked this?
Wow. Well, that's like
Only a ghost got it
$300 cheaper
wrong.
than the last price
But I
that
refuse
was
to
aware of.
acknowledge a reality where you're right, Father. It's time. Ah, the lost art of letter writing.
Dictation.
I'm going to dictate a message to you.
We did
Write
it.
down as much of what I say as you can. Everyone else will be typing too. And if anyone does a better job than you, you die. And the letter begins now. Dear local Action News team, do you take requests? I would like to see more uplifting feature stories that share positive images and less segments about the crimes that I have committed. Viewers are tired of all the sad stories I am directly responsible for. Time's up. All right, now let me get out my red pen and give this a once-over. And here's how you did. But did anyone do better than you?
Damn.
You were not the best. I can't send this letter, are you kidding me?
Oh my god.
It was a terpy day. Jason might be Googling your shit on his fancy new computer.
That's right, that's right. I mean, what else is it for?
Only one of you is
Obviously.
still alive.
You need the upgrade to
You know
win in
what
the
that
game.
means. Congrats on making it here alive. But can you escape? I'm going to give you a category. Death metal subgenres. Tap each answer that fits the category and then press submit.
Certainly not common knowledge here.
Let's see the right answers. You move forward one space for each correct answer. You're on your way to escaping. Oh wait, did you think it was going to be just you? Aw, that's cute. If a ghost catches up with you, they will steal your life force. Then they can escape and win the game. Here's everyone's next question. And they get a third chance to help them catch up to you. Time is almost up. U.S. Monopoly Streets.
Finally, a question I know.
Practices of the Buddhist Eightfold Path. Yikes, there's a ghost right behind you. Don't fall behind. Are you afraid of the dark? Cat breeds. Time is almost up. The darkness approaches. Baseball pitches.
Feeling the heat. What's your favorite sport? As we learned last week.
You can't outrun that ghost forever. Metamorphic rocks.
Morphic?
You are but shadows now. Judy Blue books. Time is almost up. Oh my gosh, who's it gonna be? Countries with red, white, and blue flags.
Red, gold, and green. Red, gold, white, and blue.
You stole some yummy life force. Where do you think you're going? If you want to break through that barrier, you'll need to ace this next question. And if you're still alive and want to break through, you have to get all 3 answer choices right. You have to get all the right answers to escape. Another life swap. Divisible by 7. Time is almost up.
How good are you all at math? Audience broke through that door.
What?
We did it!
Calculator had that and shit, you punk motherfuckers.
I've never seen the audience win.
I know, right? But that lets me not have to give away another sticker pack, so I like it.
Nice. Yes.
All right, my dogs. Well, that was awesome.
That was fun. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. Thanks for hanging around for game time. Oh, yeah, that was right. Oh,
yeah, that's right. That's right. There's Carrie. Hell yeah. Yo, my dogs, I really do appreciate y'all joining us, making it possible to keep having this party. My hat's all.
Yeah, you
anyways,
yeah.
Yo, seriously though, you guys make it possible to keep doing this thing. I know right now, like events are a little whatever, but this is the reason we get to keep having this party is because y'all were here for years before things got like this. And
it's a nice break for the week, quite honestly.
What?
I said this was a nice break for the week. It's been quite a week.
It has been quite a week.
It's been a nice week.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Totally. And that's really not to get too long-winded here, but that's just been a big part of the thing from the beginning. It just started as a weekly party and all, but with the social community on the Facebook group specifically, I want that to be a place that is, don't get me wrong, man, we have a lot of fun there. It gets silly, but I want it to be a place that doesn't have all that fucking fighting, name-calling, disrespect, people who can't fucking hear what somebody else believes because they don't like the same politician, all this dumb shit that divides us. I want, our community to be an escape from that. And the show at this point is also, that's why we kind of switch things up a little bit, and we have a little fun playing games together and that type of thing. It's all about this notion of just enjoying one another's company for a while. You guys have made it possible to share really cool stuff, and how we go about sharing it as something we really put some thought into, and I really do appreciate y'all's company. And yeah, man, y'all make it possible to have this escape. Same thing for me. I'm glad to have an escape from thinking about any of this silly shit. We touch upon it on the show and all, don't get me wrong. But it means so much to have this moment in time, an hour or 3 a week where we can just enjoy the company of other glass workers and talk about that shit that we really love and that makes our heart beat. So thank you all for joining us and making it possible week after week after week. Y'all are the shit. I really do appreciate y'all. Everybody be safe out there. Loot carefully. And let me hand you off to Carrie for some wise words before we go.
I don't know if I can beat those wise words. Yeah, be safe, be kind to each other, listen to each other, just approach the world with eyes wide open, and yeah, thanks for joining us. Really, thanks for being here.
Hell yeah, I love it. Good night, y'all.